Gator don't play no shit. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
Oh, you're gonna record this, like video recording?
Have you not watched my show?
No, I haven't watched it.
Alright.
How do you edit it?
I'm joking.
Oh my god, I was so worried.
Great. You listen to your own show.
I hate the sound of my own voice. I don't watch my own show.
I used to.
I hate things being in my pockets. I think I learned that lesson today. Bothers me.
Ta-da. We are live. Hello, friends. Welcome to the Alligator Couch. Please introduce yourselves.
Hello, thespians. That's our intro for our show, the opening act pod. I'm Kelly, and this is
Cameron.
And I am Casey Connor. And we're doing a special crossover. We haven't discussed what we're going to do. We're going to improvise this episode as we do all of our episodes.
Oh, wait, can I cuss? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're really weird. Don't you cuss all the time? I feel like I just block it out.
It's shit, fuck, damn. Yep.
A3O podcast.
Well, since this is my very first time being on a camera doing a podcast, I try to be, like, humble and content, composed, but now I can be, you know,
yourself.
a slut.
Go off.
Yes, queen, go off.
Go off.
Equals a slut. I think Cameron and I talked about how we probably want to talk a little bit about improv, since Casey and I, we know each other from going to improv together.
Yes.
We're always paired together.
Yes.
I don't know how it happens. We always happen to be standing next to each other. And then what happened last week where I accidentally imitated you?
And I imitated you.
Ooh, I want to see that.
And it was silent. Like we were just doing like pick somebody to focus on and copy their mannerisms. And then exaggerate their mannerisms.
I started walking like a duck. He doesn't walk like a duck.
What?
I did. I'm serious. Like, he has, like, this marine walk, right? Because they were, like, trying to make us copy it through, like,
Army.
physicality. So I started, like, copying his physicality. He not marine, you're right, army. He walks like an army man, and he's just, like, and I did it, like, so exaggerated that by the end, I look like you doing theater.
Bitch. I do not have an army walk, number one. And number two, this is how you do Cameron. Gotta flip the hair, smoke a cig.
What's the hair?
Just imagine I got a wig on. You flip the hair,
Pantomime it.
smoke a cig, shake a little ass, show the tits.
You need a fan. And
Oh,
you need
yeah, I
to be
forgot
singing
about
along
that.
to Heated.
Yes, that's what you need to do.
I listened to Heated for the first time today.
Thank you, Jesus. I was waiting.
Beyonce.
Oh.
He's
No.
obsessed
So
with
do you know
Beyonce.
who Beyonce is?
Yes.
Who doesn't know who Beyonce is?
I had to ask, because a lot of people out here don't know who the hell Beyonce is, and if you don't know, you live under a fucking rock.
I'm in touch with black culture. My co-host is
Hey,
black.
you say culture, you ain't gotta say-
Wait, the comment is black? We have that in common. Casey and I have a lot in common, but we don't. at the
You
same
know
time.
black people.
Yeah, just that's all we need. No, I'm kidding.
I have more than 2 black friends.
Half of my friends are black, so I've actually beaten you. Actually, more than all of my friends are people of color.
You know, I have more Hispanic friends than I do black friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Same thing with Kip. Yeah, he probably because Kip's a fucking Republican. And he's gonna love to hear this.
Kip's a Republican?
He acts like it sometimes.
But what kind of Republican? Is it like Mitt Romney or like Donald Trump?
I don't want to say.
I kind of like Mitt Romney. Don't hate me.
Oh, he's not that bad. I mean, compared to the other ones,
I'll go to bed with him, but...
he retired.
From bed.
That's how you're gonna do that.
No, he has to die first.
But yeah, I guess we could talk about like the art of improv, right? Like that's something that's interesting. Like,
Yeah.
have you done a lot of improv, Cameron?
I did improv in high school. I did in college, but professionally, not really, because I've just been doing musicals and plays here and there, and also stage managing. But I really do enjoy improv. I think it gets me to my base level comfort zone. I think it helps me balance myself when I do have to do like a character performance. And I also love improv because you get to interact with people that you really wouldn't on a daily basis. And you get to make a friend in the process. I think improv is essential when it comes to acting because it makes you think quickly on your feet and you have to just make choices. Because a lot in my college days, my teachers, the main problem with me is I try to be perfect all the time. And I always try to have like a conclusive thought when I have to like shut off my brain. That little peanut in my head that's going crazy and be like, no, make this decision because it'll look better, or no, wear this because it'll look better on
You
stage.
don't have time to think when
You really don't have time to do it. So I like that aspect about improv. And then at the same time, I kind of don't like it because I have to think quickly on my feet, and then I look like
scary.
To me, I always think I look like a stupid fool. Like
That's the
like
point, though. The more stupid that you look, is the better you're getting at improv.
Yeah.
I've realized that.
Yeah, and also the more confident you can be in your own skin. Like, it's like I've been the dumbest person alive on stage. Now I can ask out whoever I want and like anything. Like the sky's the limit.
Yeah,
now I can rob a bank.
Yeah, and we're gonna right after.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan.
We're gonna play this to the authorities. It's gonna be in the news.
Oh my god. Well, I'm so sorry for people that have to hear this.
Money High Style.
Oh, girl.
But yeah, Casey, you've been doing improv for like 10 years, right?
Not that long. Maybe 5. 5.
So what were you like when you started? What has that journey been like?
Well, I've been in hospitality for a long time, and that was like training wheels for improv because you have to be able to improvise on the spot when you're dealing with customers, and it was a good way for me to hone my comedic skills and also be like a good therapist to people, which gave me a lot more human understanding, gave me a lot more like character fuel.
What do you mean by like therapists?
Like as a bartender, you like often listen to people's problems.
So it's not a stereotype. I thought that was like just like.
No, I mean it goes around. And people come in. Sometimes people come in too often. I'm like, you need to go to better help.
That's me with Starbucks. That's me with Starbucks.
You go into Starbucks.
My baristas literally came to the haunted house too, along with you, and I have their numbers and I know their names, and it's probably weird.
That's a problem.
But they're all like, we want to be friends with you. But I guess it's just because I bring the most income. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, but actually I don't buy there anymore, so I think I do want to be my friend. I don't buy there. I stopped my. It's just so much money, it adds up. So I stopped. But
You don't have the app?
I do have the app, but like it takes you have to buy so much to get stars, so it's just an.
Yeah, I don't like
waste of
Starbucks
money.
because you got to spend like what, $50, $40 to like get a reward.
Yeah, a lot of money. My mom
For 10 cents off.
My mom's the
Yes,
one who
exactly.
goes a lot, and I just go along with her. I get a water, and that's it.
Okay. Well, you should try the Panera app because you only have to like. No, that's even worse because you have to buy something like 4 times to get $1 off.
Well, you know what's actually good? Publix. Buy one, get one free. That's the only way to actually buy a
I love
Publix.
Publix and a good old pub sub.
I just had one recently.
So everyone here likes Publix. That unites everyone. Even your Republican friend, I bet he loves.
He does, but like there's been so many times we've mentioned Publix on the show, and he's always putting it into these very bizarre hypotheticals like, say I'm robbing a Publix, and I'm like, what's your beef with Publix? He's like, nothing. I love Publix. Publix is great, but I'm robbing them. And
Times are tough.
we both shoplift there, so
Oh, cool.
Oh,
They-
okay.
they-
You
they-
just said that out loud.
they make it easy for us.
Okay.
I want to do that. There's no like machine that like beeps if you do that.
No.
I need to start doing that then.
Let me make a quick trip to Target and see how that
I feel
goes.
like the police
They-
are already on their way.
Yeah. In Midtown, they have more loss prevention than they do at Publix. And even when I do steal something and loss prevention is right at the door, I just smile.
But what do you like steal?
Just small stuff, whatever fits in my pocket. Sometimes I'll walk around and eat a peach while I'm in the store.
And they'll think that he's probably gonna buy it, but then
No, they don't think that. There's no way they think that.
because my mom, for example, like she munches on fruit when she's gonna eat something. And I'm
No,
always
that's nasty.
Yeah, you need
That's
to wash
gross.
it.
Because like people they get like the bag of grapes and they eat it and then they put it back.
I was in the military. You got to understand, I've eaten bugs. I've eaten dirt.
You've eaten bugs?
Yes.
like for a meal.
Not for an entire meal.
You know, like a
That's
roach?
like, do you know how many bugs you'd have to make for a meal?
Okay, so like a snack. Like you were hungry and you just got bugs, and what did you do? You just roasted them?
No, we ate them
Like just raw.
raw.
What kind of bugs?
Green grasshoppers, which are really bad.
It's actually really healthy. It has protein.
Girl, this is America.
No, but really, they have protein. They're really good source of protein.
I'm not eating a fucking grasshopper.
It's the most sustainable food stores.
It actually sounds good, grasshopper.
No, I'll eat grass.
I thought it was something
cow.
gross. Like you know the Lion King with the bugs.
You don't want
good?
to. You don't want to eat grass. That shit will fuck up your teeth.
No, you want to smoke it.
No, I can't smoke because I sing my lungs. I gotta
No,
keep it.
you like to drink way more than you
I
like.
love to drink, but you know what? I haven't really drinking that much lately because I'm trying to
So proud.
detox myself and I'm trying to bring my youthful glow back. But I still drink once a week.
Oh, that's really
Like a whole bottle.
Oh my god, that's still
That's
a problem.
bad. That's bad. But you know.
I could knock back a bottle and a half of wine.
A wine, but I'm pretty sure it's not wine for you.
I like white wine.
You like white wine?
Yeah, I don't really do red. It's too bitter for me. I like just a cold white. I like Chambroid. Chambroid's pretty good.
Yes.
I do like bourbon.
Kip and
I
I
love bourbon.
Kip and I used to both work at Lagniappe at the wine bar, and if you ever want wine suggestions, we're your guys.
Okay.
What was the one that you had last time that was not that bad? What was the one that tasted like the ocean? You got one that tasted like the ocean.
Oh, that was a Sauv Blanc, and I was guessing it was from New Zealand. I have no proof of that. I could just taste it.
Has Perry's a friend of ours, by the way. Has Perry ever like talked to you about New Girl and about Nick, who plays a bartender on that show?
Oh yeah, he's told me to watch New Girl like so many times.
It's both of our favorite shows. He introduced me to it, and now that I think about it, you're doing the same thing as Nick Miller, where you're like this bartender, where you're like their therapist, and then it just soaks all of your energy out.
Not really.
No?
I take pleasure in helping people.
Cool. I wish I could. No, I can
I
relate. I
can
can relate.
relate.
I can relate.
Take a
No,
lot
it's
of
okay.
pleasure in helping people too.
Go off.
Literally a teacher. He's literally a teacher.
Oh my god, I am thinking about leaving that job.
You said you loved it.
I did, but Kelly, I had a job interview in Brickell to teach adults how to speak English. Yes, so it's this place, I'm not going to say it, but it's this place, and they're an academy, and people who come over here and live here, they have their green card or visa, whatever, and they want to learn how to speak English. You come over there, and you have a private lesson with a teacher, and it pays really well, better than the teaching job I'm doing right now.
I just steal it. I actually know.
Pay the teachers what they deserve.
Please do.
I'm
Because,
surprised they're not on strike.
sweetie, $40,000 a year is not going to do much in Miami.
Teachers can't afford to go on strike.
No, they can't.
Writers can. Like
Writers can. No, I think a lot of writers, that's because there was like a fund going on and all that stuff. But writers make very little if you consider the fact that writers, they did these mini rooms and writers are like barely writing any time out of the year. It's similar to teachers, how teachers don't work several months out of the year. Same thing.
Yeah, and also, like, the job I have right now, I just don't go there often enough. Yesterday, this one kid, all he wanted to do was, like, jump off of tables, scream. He hit me with a basketball.
that was my
Yes.
that was my kid.
Yeah, we were doing a dialogue workshop, and he just
I feel like you would produce a kid like that.
That's why
I will produce future
ADHD, tablet kids.
terrorists.
Oh, don't say that. He still looks like Hitler. He doesn't look like Hitler anymore because he shaved his mustache, but I used to tell him that he looked.
Oh yeah, you guys haven't seen this. This is my new old look. I shaved the mustache. I've had it since the podcast began and previously. So get a load of this.
Was it because of me?
I'm a baby.
Was it me?
There
that pushed you?
No, there were other people. Like somebody called me a pedo, and
Oh my god.
and I'm like, I don't like this attention. So I did it for me.
Oh, okay, good. I was worried. I was like, damn, that Hitler comment pushed him off the edge.
Yeah. No, I'm okay with Hitler, not pedos.
I'm going to have to reconsider this whole podcast. I don't know if I want to be affiliated with this anymore.
That's fine. I don't feel that way.
Oh, God. I might just have to go home.
I don't know what's worse, actually. Now I'm like you know, like those questions that they have where like it's really hard to choose between them. What's worse, Hitler or a pedo? I'm guessing Hitler's worse. Unless it's like a pedo that's like the Hitler of pedos who like just like is like a pedo to like 3 million kids.
Okay, we gotta.
Very busy man.
Ew.
He's
Ew.
it's very industrious.
Okay, as I was saying, yeah, we gonna have to move on because this is getting happy. So yeah, I got hit with a basketball because he just decided he wanted to play sports in my class. That was the last straw. I was this close to just slapping the shit out of him. But that's not my kid, and I can't do that.
What's the longest that you've ever lasted in a teaching job before you were like, I can't?
This one, I've been there for a whole year.
Oh.
Last year. Because, the job we had, that was only for the summer.
Oh, yeah. So, for anyone listening on, what's the name of the podcast? Alligator Pod?
Alligator Couch.
Yes. See this?
Alligator. Oh, my God. Okay, I get it now.
You get it now?
Alligator Couch. So,
Look,
for anyone listening,
look behind.
it does. I did not. Oh.
That's a dinosaur.
Oh. See, now I understand. Okay. So, for anyone listening on the Alligator Couch podcast, ooh, another alligator. Alligators are everywhere.
Yes.
Okay. So, now I understand how your friends are Republican. This is like Republican vibes. Yeah.
Girl.
I mean, if you think about it.
The great thing about Kip and I is like we often do not agree on things, but we talk about things civilly and in a way that we
Yeah.
can have humor and like a discord with each other. So like
Not enough people do that.
no, they don't, and I think that's like one of the great things about my show is that we don't agree a lot of the time, but when we do, like it's still good. It's just it's better when we don't agree.
It's fun. It's fun because for me, I hate getting headaches, but I can understand that because most of my family, it's like conservative Cubans. But from what I know, last time that we talked, I think your favorite out of all, we talked a lot about politics last time we went out and after improv, and I think you mentioned your favorite is Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
Yeah, very different. Very different.
feel the burn.
Everyone loves Bernie Sanders, but he's too old to run now. But so you were talking about how you were like, after the kid hit you with the basketball, you were like, let me rethink this.
Let me rethink this, yeah. And the interview I went to yesterday has a beautiful view in Brickell. Everybody there dresses nice. It smells like cookies and Chanel No. 5. So
Ooh.
I think I might have to take that job. But I can't take it till December because I'm doing the shows. So the lady was like, oh my God, I wanted you to start next week. I'm like, I can't, girl. I'm busy. And then she's like, oh, invite me to one of your shows. I said, okay, sure, that's fine.
I got to do a quick rewind. I got an idea.
What's your idea?
We cloned Bernie Sanders.
Is that why you just randomly went like this?
Yes, I had to say it.
I thought you were like saying shut up because you went like this.
No, this is my like I'm patiently waiting.
Oh.
Cloning him.
Make him younger, right?
Yeah. Just bring him back to in his like 40s and 50s.
Because he's been like that forever. That's the thing. He has a track record. He's always been the same guy. All politicians, they change up. Like Biden, Trump, it doesn't matter. They all like change up. Like for example, Biden used to be really conservative and Trump used to be more progressive.
Yep. Just
They
like
completely. Michelle Obama?
Yeah.
She was like
She used to
conservative?
love fried chicken. Now I eat broccoli and cauliflower.
She's a traitor.
Yeah.
That's
She
so
loved
sad.
mashed potatoes and gravy.
She loved potato chips. Now she likes kale.
Yeah, she loves kale.
Oh my god, I wish I try to eat like her. Makes me sad.
You're so small.
I don't know, but I have to maintain myself as
Kelly,
small.
you look fine for your size.
Thank you.
You look fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you did stop growing.
Yeah, I'm just literally, guys. At first, when I first started the podcast, I was like this. I was trying to sit straight, and then by the end of it, I'm just like sunken in because my feet don't reach the floor. Really, look at how weird this looks. I'm just like.
So that's why you need a good pair of stripper heels.
Yes, actually, there was a really weird fan fiction request that someone. By the way, I have a writing business. I mentioned this on our podcast.
Yes, please mention it to my viewers.
Really weird fan fiction request. Basically, I write a little bit of everything for my clients, and I'd say the main thing that I do is fan fiction because I just have a lot of experience doing that. I've been doing that since I was 12, and there's just not that many people who have the idea of writing fan fiction for a living. Technically, it's not really legal, I don't think, because like I'm making money off of other franchises if you really think about it. But they don't really care that much. It's just like $40 or something like per franchise. So basically, I get paid to watch shows and stuff, and then I write about them. There's this one client who actually all the time I have clients who request really weird, perverted things.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this for a while, and I've had more clients than not, because basically they'll go to other writers and everyone will say no, and then they'll come to me and I always say yes. Almost always. Not if it's like pedophilia or something. I've gotten stuff like that and I say no.
Oh,
Today, the weirdest request I've ever gotten, that I actually said yes to, was that he wanted me to do a fan fiction as myself, stepping on a friend of mine, who ends up becoming small. I have to be wearing heels with a black strapless dress, and I almost step on him until I finally step on my friend who has to be a man. And it has to be me.
So you're just writing about stepping on bitches?
And I get paid for it.
Stepping on the beach? Yes! You better work!
Bring the beat in!
Not you getting paid to step on bitches.
It's the weirdest thing. Like, I wonder where it comes back to. Like, what made him think I want to get off to someone stepping on people?
Maybe his trauma with his mama?
Maybe I should write some fan
Maybe
fictions.
he got stepped on by his grandma by mistake?
I write really weird. Like, you don't understand the level. There's one where I have to feminize this one guy, and I have to put him in a dress. And
If you ever,
Okay, RuPaul.
if you ever like go into my old,
against his will.
if you ever go into my old episodes, I usually talk about my dreams a lot, and my dreams are fucking bizarre. Yeah, like I was just rewatching an episode where I was hooking up with Rosario Dawson in a treehouse in space, and it was really fun.
Speaking of my baristas, both of my baristas are gay, and I had a dream last night that I slept with them. And then we got in an argument. Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, Kelly. I don't know what you eat. I don't know how much coffee you had.
It was the weirdest.
Did you have spicy food right before you went to bed?
No, I just had been talking to them a bunch because they just went to the horror house and they were like, "Oh my god, I had so much fun." The last person I texted was my barista.
It sounded like you said whorehouse.
Yeah.
Hey, we love to support the horror.
They just went to the whorehouse, and man, were they thrilled.
That's what happens when you speak fast. Sometimes it backfires.
That's my second favorite place on earth.
The
The
whorehouse?
horror house?
Yep.
What's your first?
Sweetie, my man's bad.
Isn't that the horror house?
Girl, no, this is the whorehouse. That's the mansion.
The whore bed.
No, that's not a whore bed. That's where we make love. And then the whorehouse. That's where you can do what you want to do discreetly.
I guess. Oh my god, what happened to improv? We were talking about improv and somehow we got to the whorehouse.
Okay, but are we improvising? Like,
Oh,
what
yeah,
the hell
you're
to say?
right.
So that kind of
You're
technically
right.
is improv.
You're right.
Yeah, and these things always have a way of circling back on themselves. Like, so,
I'm gonna let go of this alligator.
Yeah,
no, make friends.
He's my friend. He's just from a
Name
distance.
him.
He looks so angry that I let go.
What's his name?
He has a name.
This is your improv exercise. Name that
The
alligator.
first thing that came to mind is Walter.
I had.
All right. Wally. Wally Gator. Very.
I love it. What's his name?
I said Denny's.
Denny's.
So are you hungry?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, there's a number of Denny's out on the turnpike that, like, are right next to bodies of water with
IHOP is so
alligator.
much better.
I mean, you just go to Denny's for some bacon, some coffee, and 2 pieces of biscuit.
Have you tried IHOP? Have you tried?
I've been to IHOP.
10 times better.
It's okay.
Denny's was way better when we used to be able to smoke cigarettes inside.
Yeah.
When was that?
You remember?
I told you I'm old.
Well, he remembers it too. You're only like 24
I'm
or 24 now. Yeah, I just remembered. I actually went to
I have a
celebrate
very
his
old
24th
spirit.
birthday with him.
like a chain smoker in a
Yeah,
Denny's.
I have the mind of Betty Davis, so I'm like 85 years old inside.
No, I feel like you also have the mind of what's the name of that artist that you Barbra Streisand?
I love Barbara. I always tell Kelly I have to meet her before she dies, which is in like, what, 5 months?
Yeah.
Oh my god, how old is she?
She's like 79? I don't fucking know, girl. She's just old.
What about Bette Midler? She's not that old. Maybe you can meet her.
Yeah, she's Jewish, so
I
she'll
love Bette
live.
Midler.
Barbara Streisand is also Jewish.
But she's a different type of Jew.
What does that
I
mean?
don't know. We're just
Different
improvising.
type of Jew.
I don't know.
You know, the A and the B type.
Yeah. Like Bette Midler, she's that A Jew.
Keep it.
You know, some people look fragile, like you can just tell they're not going to live that long. And then some other people, they just look like anything could happen to them and they will stand the test of time.
Yeah, like Keith Richards. He's a fucking walking mummy.
Keanu
And
Reeves, he's gonna take forever.
Yeah, his body is made of pure heroin. It's a preservative at this point.
Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd. There's certain people that just don't age.
Yeah, like Viola Davis. She's looked the
so
same for
pretty.
the past 6 years.
Now she looks tired. I think she's just tired of dealing with Hollywood's bullshit. I can always tell.
She doesn't want to play a maid anymore or a fucking murderer. She wants to play somebody else.
She played a warrior. She has her own production studio called Jubilee Productions. I'm a huge fan of Viola Davis. And she just made a really good movie called, oh my god, what's the name? She basically, she has like this like tribe of all women warriors. It's like Black Panther, but her own version.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that movie. Yeah.
What's the name of that movie again?
The Woman
The
Warrior?
Woman King.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's
So
called.
good. And she's one of the best actresses ever.
She was also Michael Jordan's mom in that Nike movie.
Was it good?
I haven't watched it.
Oh.
I just know that Michael Jordan specifically picked her to play his mother. He's like, that's the only woman I want to play my mom.
Interesting. I wonder what like made that like come to mind. But it is Viola Davis. Like, if I weren't like a very pale Hispanic, I would want Viola Davis to play my mom.
Yeah. You know what? I don't think I want her to play my mom.
Viola Davis,
I think I
will
want
you
Viola.
be my mom?
That should be the title of this episode. Viola Davis. Will you
Are
be
you-
my mom?
Are you my mother?
She'll be like.
What's that
no.
children's book? Are you my mother? With the little, there's like a little animal and just keeps walking up to other animals. It's like, are you my mother? Are you my
For you, it's
mother?
Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand. Are you my mother?
No, she's my great grandma.
So who's like a celebrity you'd look like and you're like, mother? You know, like the mother vibes?
I said Kelly Rowland.
Oh, you said Kelly Rowland?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that is. I've heard the name. But
Destiny's Child.
Oh, I've
Bye,
heard
Kelly. Bye.
Say my name, say my name.
Yes.
I can't say her name because I don't.
Can't say your name, say your
You
name.
are.
I totally forgot it.
Oh,
And I like some of their songs. I just hear Beyonce and I'm like, who's everyone else?
I know. I really don't like that era because she took over the fucking group.
She
And there was
did.
like 5 members.
And she sings the most, like, of what?
Who's your celebrity mother?
That's a really good question. So, like, if I think of, like, my favorite celebrities, I don't know. I mostly like young celebrities. Like, I love, like, keeping up with, like, Gen Z celebrities. But I can't really think of, like, an older actress that I'm like, mother. Oh, wait. Jane Fonda. I love Jane Fonda.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
But that's more like a grandmother, right? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Miss Coolidge?
My mother, that's kind of an insult, but she's great. But, like, there's no correlation.
Jennifer Coolidge?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. I love her though. She's more like an aunt. I don't see her as a mom. She's an aunt. Like if you really think about it, she's a fun aunt.
But she's a deadbeat mother.
Yeah, exactly.
I want somebody with a really annoying voice. I want
Jennifer Coolidge?
no, well, more annoying, Fran Drescher.
Oh, Carol
But-
Channing.
You mean Fran Drescher?
Yeah.
The
Also,
president of the SAG union.
yes.
Who would know that's how things would end? She would go from the nanny to president of the SAG union. And she's a great president.
Yeah, she can be my mom. And I always loved her. I watched The Nanny growing up.
Me too.
And either her or the other annoying voice that I love is Jennifer Tilly. Like, they both have those, like, Brooklyn, like, almost Staten Island accents. And they got the high pitch. And I'm like, yeah.
Where does, like, Natasha Lyonne fit in there?
How does she sound?
Like a smoker. Like she's, like, been chain smoking her entire life.
Oh, so she kind of
That's how
talks
she
like
sounds.
this.
Literally talks like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can do that. I can't talk like Fran Drescher or Jennifer Tilly.
You could if you wait. Like try to do. What does it sound like? Try, Fran. What would she sound like?
I gotta hear her talk.
Mr. Sheffield.
Ow, Mr. Sheffield.
Have you ever watched The Nanny?
No, I'm black.
I also you like so. There's no way.
No, I'm black. But you know what? It's so weird because I have watched Tallulah Bankhead.
Yeah, and you like watching mostly old white movies.
Very old ass television shows that nobody would get the references to. But
they're
she
all
was,
white.
yeah, she had her own TV show. She guest starred on the Lucille Ball show. What was it? I love
Betty
that.
White could be your grandmother. You love the Golden Girls.
Yeah, I love Betty White. Oh my
Aw.
god. No, but wait, I like Blanche better.
You like Blanche better?
Because she's a slut.
Oh, that would be more.
Yeah. You remember that episode where she had like that talk with B. Arthur about the mirror thing?
I haven't seen all of Golden Girls. I had like a period of time where I just binged it. What?
I was talking to the camera.
What did you say?
Oh, I really did. I had like a period.
I said I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Never seen the Golden Girls? Oh, it's such a wholesome show. It is wholesome.
Well, no, it's all about sex. That's what it's like.
Well,
It's Sex and the
now
City before Sex and the
I was
City.
just
now
about
I'm
Sex and the
hooked.
City.
There, see? If you love cheesecake and sex, that's your show.
Cheesecake and sex?
Where's the
Sign me up.
Where's the cheesecake from?
They
What?
always eat cheesecake whenever they have arguments.
Well, if you really want shows to love to sex, you just go to HBO or Netflix and Hulu. Like their original shows are like really. Watch Bridgerton, guys. We both like Bridgerton.
I love Bridgerton.
I gotta make cuts because it's easier to upload video when they're in smaller
This has been so fun so far.
smaller segments.
This has been real
Because
chaotic.
we're completely different. We're like completely. This is like the Breakfast Club. Like
Yeah.
it's completely just different types of people.
Oh my god, you're like the emo girl, and I'm the little bitchy princess.
No, I'm the bitchy princess.
No, I'm the bitchy princess.
I'm the bitchy princess.
You know what? We're
Oh,
all
bitchy princesses. Yeah, we don't fit into those boxes. We don't fit into any boxes, actually.
No, the box is too small. And it kind of smells like feet.
Don't put labels on things. That's because I'm cooking black beans in the other room. I should go check on that.
Oh my
You-
god.
You don't want to
We've been talking for a while, don't you know?
Well, I like to slow cook the beans. They're fine.
a green breadstick?
You ever see people actually put like breadsticks with salad? Everyone knows about that.
Oh,
I'm
oh, because
bread-
your skin. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm just like. No, like,
I feel like I missed an Olive Garden reference.
we're talking about how I make salad, and today, okay, I always get hungry after I eat salad, and I was like, how do I fix this problem? I research on Reddit like I always do. I go down a deep Reddit hole, and then that sounds so wrong. I go down a deep Reddit rabbit hole, and then
Wow.
they were like, put protein in it. So I got eggs. I started writing. I think the eggs were boiling for like 2 hours.
Oh my god.
By the time that I got to the eggs were just like burnt, and it's really hard to burn hard-boiled eggs. Like
I'm
Really hard.
fucking impressed.
it was so bad.
I used to have this Italian ex-girlfriend that burnt pasta, and I'm like, you're not Italian. Get out.
What? Like only once or all the time?
It happened a few times. She actually learned how to cook, and you know who you are.
Oh,
That's a threat.
Italian women. I can be the next girlfriend if she likes women. Italian women are Italian women are.
Okay, sell yourself. Go ahead, mama.
Hi.
You
Such a
look
big
12.
difference between Casey and me.
Yes, it's a real big deal. I can see
Probably
why y'all
my mother.
friends. Mhm.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
Yeah. Oh wait, okay. Let me talk about how I got into improv. I've only been doing it for like 2 months.
No,
Yeah.
you're fucking natural.
Well, I did a little bit of improv when I was a kid.
Okay.
At the same place actually that I met Cameron. It's funny. So before I ever taught with Cameron, and that's where we met, there was this place called Same Tag. At first it was called Same Tag, and then when we started working there, it was called the Actor Academy. So I did a little bit of improv at Same Tag, but barely any. I think like 3-4 classes. And I was just, I don't know, improv just didn't sit with me. Like, I'm a writer, I like to plan shit out, and it was just a lot for me. So then, Perry, he was like, come along to the improv class. He was like really pushing me, and I was like, okay. He was like, I'll even take you, and I was like, okay. So then I went, and now I can't stop going because I really love it. But I don't know how I'm a natural. I wasn't a natural when I started.
Really?
No.
When you were in the first class, right? Day one?
Mm-hmm. I'm a lot better than I was when I started because I just had no practice.
No, you also had like a crazy scene partner. You had that, huh?
You.
No.
You were the very first person I ever interacted with in improv.
Nuh-uh. It was that other Spanish dude that was just like, you guys were yelling at each other.
Oh, that's Pajovic. We actually know each other, so that was easy as hell. So, no, but before I ever did a scene with Pajovic, we were going around in a circle, and we were just, like, improvising, like names and stuff. And that was my first time improvising, like, for real, and it was with you.
Ah.
And you did something really weird. You were like, I don't know, you Casey, but like in a weird way. And I was like, I have a lot to work with. And, but that's like how we usually are. Like, I'll do something really weird, or he'll do something really weird. That's a really good thing because if someone's boring.
I love weird people. This is a fact. That's my tribe. I just love to fucking say off the wall shit and do off the wall shit.
Yeah, I love to say shit that's gonna get me canceled.
You're on the right podcast.
Because there's a lot of stuff that I've talked about where Kelly had to.
I had to edit certain things out. Like, I love how Cameron was in the beginning. He was like, "Let me leave this podcast." You have no idea the things that Cameron jokes about when we're on the phone.
It goes bam.
Like, I feel like all I say, like 80 times per call, is Cameron.
I can't help it. That's just my natural instincts, you know.
But I say stuff too, right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But is it like earth-shattering? No.
I like to imply horrible things.
Am I shaking in my boots? No.
I mean,
But still, I'm like, oh.
Is it a war crime? No.
I really have to say something to make you shake in your boots of all people. Like, you work with kids.
Yeah, I work with kids. You gotta be big and bold with me. Because I done heard everything under the sun, you know. I have a mom and dad, and they're both black, so.
My parents
Go
don't
figure.
do that.
My mom and dad are white. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know, we've been through slavery. So
Or it depends on the type of white people, because there's also types of white people.
type of what?
Yes.
Yeah, there's
There
A
are
types
types.
and B types.
Type of white people?
Yes. But there's types of everything. Like, there's
Please
no box.
elaborate.
Like the LA girl.
There's the good ones and the bad ones.
The
Like,
good white and the
like,
bad
okay,
white.
like the North versus the South.
So you got eggshell white and bleach white.
You got hippie white,
Hippie
and
white.
I love hippie whites. You're a hippie white.
Kinda.
And then what's the other type?
That's
The
just
whites who think they black.
the ones that were at the January 6th riot.
Oh, yeah.
racists.
That's what you call them, yeah.
But it's like a very. I think most of them are racist, but there were some of them that were just so ignorant that they don't even. You know, I think something that I've really learned recently, for
Like-
anyone who wants to gain some knowledge from this, I learned recently, don't attribute to malice what you can attribute to ignorance. Most people are not trying to be horrible people. They just do not want to learn about anything, and they just say what.
Yeah, some people went to the January 6th thing because they heard there was going to be good ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people in our
So a
society.
lot of people from South Carolina. South Carolina's got
Florida.
some good ribs.
Florida.
Oh, no, Florida's
Florida
worse.
probably had the biggest presence if they made like a poll. Imagine they poll like the January 6th people from jail.
But a lot of people in our American culture, we just love to follow trendy shit, you know. And Trump is a very trendy ass man right now.
Sadly.
So anything he says and anything he does, I mean, people are gonna follow suit.
I think he learned to stop talking because I don't really hear about him.
You want to know the key to being a politician? Is to say anything with confidence, even if you don't believe it.
But Trump does.
Well, he says things with sheer ignorance, and it sounds like confidence.
Yeah, he said he wanted to do like a presidential debate with Meghan Markle, which has nothing
What?
to do with elections because she's not.
But
She's
he
not gonna
won't
run
do
for
it with his actual opponents. They just had the second presidential debate. I don't know if it's today or yesterday, really recently, and he wasn't there again.
But why? Aren't you trying to run for president?
To be fair, I don't think that there's anything that they could do that would.
I think he's probably just trying to launder money through his campaign fund again.
He's
Just
busy getting sued.
yeah.
Over
When did we
and
go
over
arrest
again.
this man? We got his mugshot, so where's the cuffs?
Oh my god, the mugshot. That made me so happy to see. I spent like an hour scrolling through memes of him in the mugshot.
I'm so
So
ready
happy
to
for that.
marry a Canadian. So I can get
Facts.
the hell out of here.
Facts.
Wait, what would Kip think of this conversation? That Trump.
Oh, he would have something spicy to say, but he's never mean about it. He would just be like, Trump does this, and I believe he does this way, and he backs like he does research, like he goes both sides of the fence, but he definitely like pays attention to what is not being said.
To be fair, technically, I'm independent. I registered as a Democrat, but like, if for some miracle there were a decent Republican, I guess I'd vote for them.
Kip will be on the show tomorrow, so I'll ask him. And
Yeah.
this episode will be cut together, so you get to see both sides.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Ooh, the red table.
Hi, kid.
These are our guests that you couldn't be here for.
Hello. I feel like the conversation would have been so crazy.
But
because
we
Yeah.
have another
It would
familiar
have been, a Jerry Springer episode.
we have another familiar guest coming tomorrow.
Oh, that's also going to be in the pod?
Mm-hmm.
Who is it?
You know him?
Is it Perry?
Yes.
Of course it's Perry.
Carlos?
Y'all are really close friends, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing, yeah. But he has no time for anything with Hazel. I don't know how he even has time to be friends with anyone.
He makes time for me.
He does make time for me too, though. Competition.
All right.
No.
I'll kill you.
We've known him for about the same amount of time. So, I babysit his child. Yeah.
Well, I own weapons.
Well, thanks for telling me. Now I know.
I love how uncomfortable
Yeah,
Kat
okay, now I know. Don't fuck with him because he has weapons.
I would never hurt another human.
No. I mean, it's good you shaved the mustache.
Yeah, because the mustache had heavy implications of malice.
Oh god, we were such a mess. You know, I was actually I love to listen to podcasts to like pick up on like what works, what doesn't for like our own podcast. And I remember the first couple of episodes, they were really good. It's this podcast called Strike Force 5. And I love everything having to do with late night talk show hosts, and I've really thought about, probably majoring in journalism or something like that because I just love that kind of stuff. So specifically entertainment type shows, not like political news, more like Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel. And that's what Strike Force 5 is. It's like 5 late night hosts. They like do a podcast to pay their staff. The first couple of episodes were good, but they were really organized to like the point that it could have been better. 5th episode, they had so much chaos. It just, everything went wrong. There was no order. And then like I was just listening to an episode and they were like, oh, everyone said that was the very best episode of the podcast. Like that we had the most views, the most like people that tuned in, because people like chaos on a podcast.
Okay, yeah. That's kind of like Denzel Dion and Ricky Thompson because they have their own podcast on Spotify. And I love it because all they do is talk about how much partying they do, how many people they fucked that week, drinking.
Denzel Washington?
No, Denzel
No,
Dion.
Denzel Washington is like a
Not Denzel
religious.
Washington.
Actually, he's like super religious, super like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the people you got to watch out for. They fuck the hardest.
Probably. I mean, have you seen Denzel?
I've seen him, but he's not really my type.
He's a great actor.
Great actor, but I wouldn't do anything with him physically.
Unless they paid you $1 million to star alongside him and do his.
We could do $5 million. That's
Yeah.
That's money you can live off of.
Yes, exactly. Because $1 million, what are you gonna do? Buy a house and that's it?
Yeah, but you could just move somewhere else. Like, who wants to stay in Florida anyway?
Not me. Well, if you want to live in New York, you're gonna need more than $1 million.
Yeah,
York's
way more.
different.
I could go, move to Spain, move into the mountains, into a castle, and have 2 generations paid for of my offspring with $1 million, with just $1 million
Offspring.
in Spain.
Not kids. Offspring.
Yes, because I plan on making some clones as our offspring.
Clones.
Okay, you and this clone thing.
I'm a big
Why did I
I'm
say
a big
that?
comic book nerd, so like
I
I
can
got
tell.
Spider-Man,
Just look at your shirt.
Harley Quinn, Batman. I got
He's a
Spider-Man
living,
is still your phone
breathing-
screen, right?
huh?
Spider-Man is still your phone screen.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't that your favorite?
Yeah, Spider-Man's my favorite.
My favorite too.
Yeah, mine too.
Almost everyone's, I think.
Specifically,
Tom Holland. You said that.
well, I told you my comic book answer.
Oh.
My comic book answer is Scarlet Spider-Man Ben Reilly, who is a clone of Peter Parker.
Oh, of course.
Clones just freak me.
I love the
out.
Spider-Man
And
clone meme.
he's also like blonde-haired, and Peter Parker's like dark-haired. So they don't look exactly alike.
Oh, so it is different. I like Miles Morales.
Ugh, the things I could do for Peter.
Which one?
Girl, Peter Parker.
Yeah, there's like
Oh,
different
you mean
versions.
which?
You don't mean the
which
high school
actor?
one. Which one?
Oh. No, I
Not
mean,
high school one.
No, not
Not
the
Tom
high-
Holland. Tom Holland.
No, not Tom Holland.
Andrew
The-
Garfield.
Yes.
That must be the
You
one
know,
who
I'll
got
do
in their
him
mind.
first.
Andrew Garfield. Hi, Andrew
Wow.
Garfield.
He watches the show. I talked to him recently.
Good. Tell him that he's my #1 celebrity crush and that he can call me anytime.
You heard it, Drew. I call him Drew. You know.
Yeah, of course.
We're close.
Andy.
Not you being best friends with Andrew Garfield.
Breast friends. Breast.
Yes.
Breast.
Yes.
Breast friends.
Yes.
I mean, we all have breasts.
Yeah.
Breast cancer awareness month.
Not Andrew Garfield. I don't think so. I think he works out.
It's Spider-Man Awareness Month.
Oh my God, Spider-Man. Oh, we haven't done the how are yous. We should do the how are yous. Remember?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
tell me how you do on your show. I wanna play one of your games.
On our show, the opening act, we have this section called the how are yous, where basically we just talk about what we've been up to recently, how we are doing. So, you go first. Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna go first. So in
Okay,
case you can
definitely.
get like a little run of like
Yeah.
how it goes. I'm doing really well. Basically, I started doing therapy weekly again, which sounds like I'm not doing very well, but it's actually because I'm doing very well. And basically, we've been organizing my life. I'm happier than ever. And let me tell you, money buys happiness. When you can freaking pay for therapy, it's so much better because like I can have the therapy when I want. I can tell her what to do. It's great. So I'm gonna be like, tell me that my mom's abusive. Oh no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, let's cut that out.
Jesus.
I do not pay her to say stuff. So yeah, I've been really happy because of that. I've been writing so much, like I'm going crazy.
You do have this mom-shaped bruise right here.
Oh my God, no.
No, that's my keratosis pilaris.
I got so scared.
No, my dermatologist. I have like these little bumps on my arms I
No.
can't get rid of.
There's nothing on your arm.
Oh, but I actually do have bumps on my arms, so it does look like a rash, but it's not. But anyways,
There's nothing on it.
there are like bumps, I swear. But anyways, imagine they like zoom in on the bumps.
Yeah, 'cause I was ready to throw
Yeah.
hands.
Enhance.
No, that was just like a random example. So anyways, I've been writing a bunch. I literally don't stop. I have like several novels that I'm juggling along with a bunch of fan fiction and essays and a bunch of stand-up I had to write these last 2 days. And on top of that, SAT's coming up, college application season, November 1st, I gotta have everything in. And I'm trying to learn how to drive, so. And on nights, Thursday to Sunday, I'm working as a scare actor. So I don't have enough time to breathe.
Yeah, that's kind of like everybody here in America.
Yeah.
We just work until we die.
Exactly, like what are we working for?
Not really much.
We're working to die.
Yeah, but I want to live. But if you really want to live, you're going to be poor. You have to accept being poor. So.
And that's how I am. We are accepting being poor. That's the how are you. How are you, Cameron?
So, these past 2 weeks, I just finished my stage managing position for FEMU Scripts. We did a play called The Equivalent of Sensation, written by Ariana Rose. We had 2 performances downtown at the Sandra Rivers Theater, and then I spent last weekend in Boca at the Soul Theater. This coming Friday, I go back to the Actors Playhouse because we're doing Stuart Little again for 2 months. And then I'm going to be doing a Christmas show with FTF for another 2, maybe 3 months if we do a reprise tour. And also, I've been writing a lot. Because I told Kelly I've been writing this one-act play. I submitted it to a playhouse right down the street.
Oh, you're rewriting it.
Well, not really rewriting. I would say more tweaking. So I submitted it, and I got an email back from the artistic director, and she's interested in hosting a play reading next year. So then, now that means I gotta do auditions, find a director, with costumes, light plotting. So I'm like, oh, we're getting it somewhere. Like finally, like my words are gonna come to life. Hopefully in the next 4 to 5 months. I've also started writing a one-woman show. Don't know why.
Who's the woman?
It's called The Garden of Edith. And it's about this old broad who's been on Broadway for like 4 decades. And she just gives advice to young actresses on how to like condone and conduct themselves in New York City. So it's a really satire comedy about the casting couch.
His obsession with the casting
My
couch,
obsession.
guys.
But in the show we call it a casting chair because New York, you don't have much space, so you gotta use a chair.
That's clever.
Yeah, it's really clever. And then I'm trying to find a publishing house because I've had this novel in my computer for like the last 5 years that I've been editing the fuck out of, and I'm like, okay, I really want to publish this.
Not him copying me, no, I'm kidding.
Yes! Come on, copy paste! So yeah, I've been doing that. And yeah, I haven't.
Difference in energy.
I know. I was like, yeah. I'm tired, Kelly. Damn. I haven't had time to breathe. Jesus.
Actually, you couldn't breathe on the breathe. Like, breathe.
I've been working and interviewing and auditioning, so I'm gonna take this weekend to go on like a little
Key West.
No, not Key West. Me and my boyfriend, we're gonna.
Tired of Key
I
West.
wish. No, I know. I really wish. 'Cause the drinks over there and the drag. I love the drag.
Yeah,
But
my
no, me and
roommate,
boyfriend-
my roommate goes there. Arnold, he's not home right now, but he loves Key West.
I don't like Key West. I think it's so
You
boring. I
don't?
think it's so boring.
Kelly, how
Oh my
dare
God.
you?
It is.
You have to go there.
It is better if you're gay.
It is.
I mean, I'm
Sweetie.
50% gay.
Well, it's mostly men.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
There's a few lesbians.
But they're
hiding.
probably bush, right?
They're butch.
They
I
are.
don't know
Yeah,
which
they're-
lesbians.
Oh, what?
I like If I like women, I like my women
Now
feminine.
her discriminating.
No, listening. If I like my women feminine and my men masculine. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like one or the other. You know?
Oh,
But
she
I-
said you gotta fit in this box. You
Non-binary
gotta fit
people
in
are
this
great
box.
too. Non-binary people are great too, though.
You're putting bitches in a box.
Yeah,
and...
yeah. I just don't like combinations. I don't know. It just freaks me out. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
I don't know
she's
what it is.
canceled. No, I'm kidding.
I can't control my preferences, guys.
Okay, but yeah, that's how I've been doing.
Roller coaster. How about you, Casey? How are you?
I'm really well. I guess over this past week, I've been working, taking care of my health at the VA, little by little, making progress, being in less pain, which is huge for me. And I've also been doing some medicine therapy, self-applied. I've been taking some Molly and acid, and
That works?
oh yeah, oh I'm good at drugs. Like
Okay.
I didn't
Okay.
I didn't do drugs for 9 years, but I've been getting back into them these past few.
To be fair, I don't think Molly and acid are addictive, right?
No,
No. No, it's very different because there's like certain ones that aren't addictive, like mushrooms and Molly and acid. Not that I've done them. I'm just saying that I love researching like really niche topics. That's one of them. Certain ones are addictive, like cocaine and meth, that kind of stuff.
No.
Never.
because let me get into this.
Uh-oh.
I was also microdosing cocaine.
Well, cocaine's not meth, right? No,
No,
you're not going that far.
no, I go to my dealer's house and he's got the big brick and he just hits it with a knife.
I just like imagine that. Can you imagine that, Cameron?
I live an interesting life.
Yeah.
So,
I love how you never seem like you're high. You're just like chilling.
even when I'm really high, like I had to tell people that I was on acid the other day. They're like, "Are you? Oh my God, your eyes!" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Are you on anything right now?
No, I wanted to be attentive on the show and for class. You
So
know.
then, right after, you just gotta.
After, I might do a little mushroom.
I've always wanted to try that. I've never tried mushrooms, but there's actually like therapy that therapists do with mushrooms that actually can help PTSD and depression from what I know.
Yeah, it's been very helpful for me to find like stress relief in recreational drugs, not in giant amounts either. Just like
Microdosing is different.
I was full dosing acid and Molly, but I was only microdosing the cocaine.
Yeah, don't fool.
Go
because you're not
figure.
gonna sleep if you're not gonna sleep.
See
right?
if you
It's
can
not like a thing.
see if you can wrap your head around that.
Well, hey, if Whitney Houston can do it, you can do
No,
it too.
cocaine is stronger, I think.
I'll tell you
I don't know.
the medicinal effect I was using the cocaine for, and may sound gross. I needed it to use the bathroom.
Okay.
I'm gonna block my mom from listening to this episode.
Yeah.
Because my mom's a big fan. I'm not gonna let her
she can't
listen.
listen to this.
You just cut out the parts where I'm talking.
Cut out the part where I said I pay my therapist to say my mom's a big fan.
Yeah. You know what? Let's just keep this in the archives. Hey, let's keep this for memories.
This is gonna be
To be
published.
fair, we don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Not publicly.
No, I don't do nothing. Crack is whack. Crack is cheap. I make too much money.
You only do
crack.
dick.
Not a drug.
No, it's not drug.
Isn't it dopamine or something? What
It
releases?
is.
All right, fine.
It's a natural substance.
Listen, an orgasm is more powerful than any drug.
Honey, I love it. I love it.
Well, I mean, I can just say that they don't have clits. I don't think. So
Not you assuming.
I said I don't think.
Oh, okay. Good.
So all you moms that are listening, when you come on Molly, it's like 1,000 times better.
Right. Alright, thanks. Thanks for that.
I don't know.
This is the episode about moms.
Hey, moms. We're talking about Molly.
Ain't
Moms.
supposed to be
Don't
talking
you know
about
moms? There's a lot of moms named Molly's.
But we talking about Molly.
Molly and Barbara.
See, now you got me thinking I'm high as hell. And I'm not.
Every single time Cameron and I hang out
Every
together,
time I
it's the
see this
strongest drug.
It
Just
is.
hanging out
but
together.
then you added Casey, and
now
now I feel like
really high. Like, I can't function.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
he's
like
like
I'm in
a
space.
drug personified.
I do give people contact high sometimes.
Yeah.
Contact, God, what is that?
I've made a lot of my friends laugh so hard that they like literally feel like they're on drugs, or a few times I've almost killed some people with laughter.
Like, if there were drugs, like, he's weed as a drug, and then he is cocaine as a drug.
I don't smoke weed.
Bitch,
You don't smoke weed?
I
So
don't.
you do everything but not weed.
No, I
Oh
don't.
my God.
I don't like weed. I've said it on the show before.
Really? Why?
It's not my vibe. I like feeling in control when I'm on drugs.
And you feel
cocaine
control?
makes you feel like you're in control.
Absolutely.
Okay, Whitney.
I feel fast as fuck, boy.
Listen, you drink enough alcohol to probably amount to the same effect.
Yeah.
I
think I drink a lot like a baby elephant.
I don't do anything anymore. You know what? Like, ever since I started taking medication for ADHD, technically medications for ADHD are methamphetamines, right? I'm pretty sure. If you really think about it, they're stimulants. And every single time that I look at like the generic name of the shit that I'm taking, it always has like, it's that kind of stuff.
Methyl ethyl blepple blepple.
That kind of, no, ADHD medications are really strong. There's a reason that they're controlled substances. And I had to take it because I've been diagnosed with ADHD like 4 times. Ever since I started taking that, I do not need anything. Not alcohol, not anything.
So if you stop taking the meds, you go through withdrawal?
Yeah. Actually, there's a shortage right now because people like Casey are buying Adderall and stuff when they don't have... Do you have ADHD? You have vibes of it, though.
Sure.
You probably do.
No, you
It helps.
crazy, girl.
I don't take the Adderall to get high. I take it to focus.
Cocaine makes you focus if you microdose, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So you don't need the Adderall. And
Cocaine's more expensive.
yeah, but the
So you
problem
just
is...
take
the
shit.
cocaine that I buy, at
There's
least.
no Adderall, there's no Focalin, there's none of the things that I'm supposed to be taking, there's none of it, so right now, I'm like screwed, and instead of taking the dosage I'm supposed to be taking, I have some old Focalin pills that I have from when they first prescribed it, so.
You want to get rid of them?
No, I'm
Oh
supposed
my
to be
God.
taking them. The doctor was like, take them.
Oh my God, Casey. Your parents must be
Y'all are opposites.
My parents are dead.
Cry from heaven.
See,
their health.
you can have this freedom too if your parents die.
I'm glad my mom died by Jeanette McCurdy. It was my favorite book of this year.
Really?
I
gotta
said
read that book.
I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I love my parents. They were great people. They did as good a job as they did. As good a job as they could have done, and me and my sister turned out all right. I've only been to jail once.
Oh, okay.
Derek, calm down.
And they never caught me the rest of the times.
Doing
Oh,
what?
shoplifting at Publix.
Oh, okay. No, I thought he meant something else other than shoplifting.
Oh yeah.
You got kicked out of the army, right?
Mm.
Why?
I was telling Cameron before we started the show that, and I've said it on the show before, so if you've heard this part, it's same shit. We all were about to go to Afghanistan, and before you go to Afghanistan, the army or the military gives you leave, paid vacation to go home, spend time with your family, spend time with your friends. So, paraphrasing a little bit, I spent time with my family, had fun with them, and then I spent time with my friends and had more fun with them. And I failed my drug test.
Oh, of course. I should have guessed that considering the drug conversation we just had for the last 20
we had like
minutes.
a 10-minute drug conversation. You didn't think?
So many...
Why do you think that alcohol is better than drugs? Like, I honestly think that alcohol can be worse than certain drugs.
Oh, absolutely.
I think alcohol is worse than weed, for example.
No.
Yes, it is.
I need my drink.
You always get drunk with alcohol. You don't always get high
But-
with weed.
Alcohol can kill you.
We
No, it
can't kill
don't.
you.
That was not gonna kill
Huh?
me. I'll be
Yes,
just fine.
there's such a thing as alcohol. What's it called? Poisoning. You cannot overdose on weed. It's impossible.
So
Never had that experience.
alcohol impairs your judgment, and you do things.
Kidneys.
No, not well. Yes, all of the health reasons, but I'm talking about impairs your mental faculties to the point where you make bad decisions, dangerous decisions, like getting behind the wheel of a vehicle.
I love how you're a bartender.
Yeah.
You're encouraging this.
Oh my god.
No, I wasn't. I was discouraging it.
No, because as a bartender, how many people have gotten drunk because of you?
Exactly. That's why I work in a non-alcoholic bar.
So he's the Hitler
A
of alcohol.
non-alcoholic bar.
Yes.
What kind of fun is that?
Is it at Cava?
Yes.
There we go. He's at Cava like a million times when we talk about it. Thank God I remember.
Yeah.
Have you tried Cava? Me neither. We need to try Cava. That should be.
Guess what, friends? I have a special gift for you guys. It's in my fridge.
What?
I'll be right back.
Cava.
Is it late?
It's laced with pumpkin spice and cinnamon. And we're going. All right, so the proper cheers in Fijian, the language they speak in Fiji, is bula. Bula is a greeting. It means to life. So if you find yourself in a kava bar, you already know what to say. Bula.
Booyah. I knew you were going to do that.
I add a little extra vanilla oat creamer for you
I
guys.
love how he got anxious when he said extra.
I know.
No, I wanted to give you guys
okay.
Coffee.
something very palatable for your first time. Mine
Watery coffee.
Mine is not as palatable, but I prefer it that way.
It's like coffee mixed with like arroz con leche.
Yeah.
Is it nutmeggy?
I'm good at what I do. Well, pumpkin spice and cinnamon.
So what is this? Does it have an effect? Does it you said it wakes people up or something?
Not this one. That's the other.
This don't make me go to sleep.
It's a all natural muscle relaxer and anxiety reducer. It's like a diet Xanax, like very low.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So it's like very relaxing. It's not a drug or anything. It's just.
Oh no, it's not no drug.
It's like how coffee is like the very light version of cocaine or something like that. I'm guessing, right? I'm guessing you would know.
I'm guessing.
Because I've never had cocaine and I never want to, but I'm guessing.
God.
I like the way you say it. Cocaine. I never had cocaine. Not once did I ever have a cocaine.
Yes, I speak very fast. I wonder what an imitation of me would sound like.
Like somebody hitting fast forward on a tape recorder.
Yeah, because ADHD, guys. The pills are not working yet. This is what happens when people like Casey steal my Adderall.
I didn't steal it. I bought it from a reputable Arab.
Oh my god.
My ex-boyfriend. Yes.
Oh my
You remember
god.
Anas?
I do.
He just had a flashback to my
I
rich
do remember
ex-boyfriend who was
Kelly, you
34
should've
years
kept
old.
him.
Business. Oh, come on.
He
no.
was rich.
I know, and he was good at sex, but there was nothing else than sex. That's
Yeah,
all
but
that there
Kelly,
was.
I didn't get no money. I love
You want it
pimping
back.
out.
He loves doing it. There was this other guy who's like, he wants to be president one day, and Cameron got so excited.
Yeah. I was like, oh, he's smart, but he's short.
Oh no, but in the end, you know what he did to me?
I'm
you know
sorry.
what he did to me?
I have this thing about short men.
I love short
They
men.
just don't do it because that's a friend. That's not. Sorry, that's not.
No, but you know what he did to me? So it did not end well. So basically, he stopped talking to me almost, and then like a week later, he sent like a huge paragraph, being like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I was so busy, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, it's okay, you know, I'm really busy too. I don't mind if we're just like taking it slow and all that." And then I said, "Oh, until when are you busy? Because I'm busy until November." And he said, "I'm also busy until November." And I was like, "It's perfect. We can just, you know, start taking it slow in November." And he said, "No, November of 2024."
Oh, baby, we can't wait that
Because
long.
that's the presidential election. But 2024
How old is this guy?
is 20. 19 turning 20.
Oh, he can't even drink.
No shot.
Kelly, go somewhere else, girl.
He's hot and he's
But
nice.
he can't
but
drink.
What? I don't drink anymore though. Like, I'm not really. Didn't I tell you last time that I don't ever have more than like 1 or 2 drinks anymore?
I am in the same boat. Like
yeah.
before that glass of wine that I had, I hadn't had alcohol for like 2 months.
No.
Oh, 2 months, I can't.
I've just gotten over it.
Two
Like
very different types of addicts here, guys.
I'm not an addict.
To alcohol.
I'm a socialite. I like to call myself.
Yeah, Cam was telling me he only drinks like once a week, right?
A whole bottle.
Oh my God, Kelly, that's once a week.
Once a
girl.
week.
That's enough to like
That's-
divide it. You
that's-
divide it between 7 days.
That's
She's like, Kelly, that's a fucking problem.
if there are any clinicians, write in the comments how that's not like an addiction.
Every time that he teaches, that's when he has the bottle right after.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
No, we did it. Cheesecake Factory. Remember the first time that Cameron and I went out and we had fun? He got drunk as hell in the Cheesecake Factory.
It's just something about dealing with kids for me. They sneeze, they cough, they run, they scream, they hit, they complain, and I can't deal with it. So after work, I need me and my little baby.
Are you excited though to like teach adults?
I am.
How are you gonna do it if you know Spanish? Like I feel like that would really help. Like if I was hiring
have
someone
no
who knows
idea.
Spanish, because then you know it's a lot easier. Like if they don't understand something.
Well, I would assume I would have an assistant. I don't think I would be by myself. Like the first day.
Recommend me. I speak Spanish. First. Hola, ¿cómo te
I'm
estás?
like, I know this runaway Mexican girl.
Mexican. I kill that. Oh my god. Although whenever I'm acting, I pretend to be Mexican. Como en Telemundo. Yo hablo así, yo hablo acento neutro, yo no hablo como una cubana.
There were these Cuban
Pretend to be Mexican.
there were these Cuban women that were at my bar the other night,
They get so mad when I do
and
that.
no, they
So mad.
they
They get so mad when
no, I didn't do that to them. They were speaking Spanish, and I know a few words of Spanish, and I was saying yes or no, or I replied in Spanish, and they were like, they said something like, "What's up with this white boy? Is he they said some nationality starts with an N."
And Nicaraguan?
Yeah, they asked if I was Nicaraguan. I'm like, better.
Cameron, what do you think I was gonna say? I know exactly what you're
And my reaction was, "Pera no." So,
Pero no, they probably thought you were saying peruano, like you're from Peru.
Peruano?
They really did think that. But anyways, I guess we're not gonna talk about improv. We don't even have the time anymore.
we did.
We
To be
did,
fair,
a
this
little
was
bit.
like an improv class. Like we improved everything here. There was no plan. Now I'm pretty sure there's like coke in the air or something.
Girl, please. Oh,
That's why we're like this right now. I guess
we're just vibing.
it's cracking the stove.
What I didn't tell you is the couch is literally made of drugs.
Exactly. There's drugs under here, and he
So
sells.
if I get a knife and I slice this couch.
That's some money.
You just have to sit on it and it activates.
Yeah.
Well, I do got some junk in the trunk, so.
It's like how models like they get alcohol through their ass.
All right, I think that's a great time to end the show. For all you
Improv.
models out there,
Yep. And
keep
for all our thespians out there, thank you for listening to this chaotic ass episode.
We had fun.
We apologize.
I'm gonna be the optimistic one here, of course. We had so much fun on this podcast, and
me too.
Yeah.
Please make sure to follow our Instagram page at OPACTPOD. Don't forget it. And come back in the next 2 to 3 weeks where we can talk more bullshit with Casey.
And meanwhile, I'm going to be posting a very interesting blooper reel from a commercial that Cameron and I did. That I don't think we got, so now we can post it.
Yeah, now we can post it.
And to my fans, follow Kip and myself on Instagram at KipSparr, SPARR, and at CaseyLivesLife _ in between. And manage your expectations and get all the sex you can.
Yeah. Hey, you pretty much say that without saying it though. The entire podcast.
I just have to use my eyes.
Meanwhile, I've been like having like a.
Yeah. We. What are you doing over there? Drugs? I technically know both of you from jail. Of course. Of course he does. He's black.
Well, I thought you said you were going to jail. Haven't got me yet. Close, but no cigar. Why is it I can never find a fourth
Fourth what?
for spades?
Oh.
Where's Blanche?
Blanche is at work. Well, are you done meandering around?
Who, me?
come and
Is this the fucking...
please come over here where the microphones can hear you.
What is that movie? What is that movie?
Come on.
Trap people and torture them?
We're making a double reverse Oreo right now.
That's the way to do it.
You know, the one with the fucking jigsaw?
Oh, Saw.
There you go.
Yeah.
He knows.
All right.
Are you guys sawing me?
Yeah.
Why
Yes.
is there tape on the locks?
There's also
I didn't
tape.
notice it. What tape?
Go look at the back door.
No,
Just look.
please, can we
No, please. I'm in chaos of anarchy.
can we start the fucking
Yeah,
show?
go ahead and start. Let's bring it in. What's
Unconventional.
going on with your door?
There it is.
Unconventional.
There it is. We're gonna get sawed.
Casey, come on, man. We've known each other for a long time.
He's finally snapped.
Yep.
He's Jigsaw. Can't believe I know that name. I don't even know the movie name.
You do know the name. It's Saw and Jigsaw.
Yeah, but I never.
Saw
I ain't
one,
seen
Saw
past
two.
the first one.
Oh god, there's so many. They did it like Fast and Furious. It's like there's
Ah.
just too many of the. You're like, all right, enough.
Did they bring back old characters?
Of course.
Well, they did do Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Ever since that guy sawed his fucking leg off or whatever in the first one, I was like, I'm out.
Yeah. Jesus, that was a long time ago too.
That's when I was out.
Yeah, that was a little much.
I don't think I've ever seen a Fast and the Furious.
After the first, second, and third, I was like, all right.
Oh, you
guys.
went.
The franchise. I
You
mean,
made
we're
it
on
to 3?
I think I made it to 3. Once they started, I think I made it to Tokyo Drift. And
I made
like,
it
going
to-
Japan now.
I made it to 2, and then when Paul Walker died, I was like, well, this is done for me.
Isn't who plays Maui? I have a 4-year-old. In Moana.
Not Dwayne Johnson.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah. Isn't he in the Fast movie?
Sure, and so is Jason Momoa.
Oh yeah, that's right, the new one where they oh guess what? Steal more cars and drive fast.
Oh, how many times?
So
did I do that?
creative, my god.
Yeah. Wait, is that '90s rapper still in him?
Oh
Yeah, and
Ludacris.
yeah,
Ludacris.
Tyrese.
his character evolved to be the tech guy when he was not the tech guy in the beginning.
Whoa, isn't that what was the casino robbery movie with
Ocean's
Ocean's
11.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It was it's a famous British black person.
Idris Elba.
No.
No,
He's
That's some racist
he's
shit.
he's a trip hop artist or a DJ.
Idris Elba.
No.
No, man.
He's a DJ.
He's tricky.
Who's the guy that
Tricky.
played
From-
what's it called in Iron Man?
Ki-
He played like what's Iron Man's like equal?
Panther guy. I didn't see any of them. I'm a 4-year-old.
Panther guy, here to save the
we're
day.
all, like convicted of this racism shit because we just keep yelling out black actors over and over again.
No, is
Was it?
though?
It
Ice
was.
Cube.
It was Muhammad Ali.
No,
Wasn't Denzel Washington?
not that Panther. Isn't there another one in the Iron Man movies?
Yeah.
Who flies and
yeah.
some shit?
What's his name?
Is he a Panther? What is he?
No,
War-
he's,
War
the guy that
Machine.
yeah, War Machine. Thank you.
Whoa, I had no idea. I
Yeah,
know.
so the black guy we're thinking.
Yeah,
that
they
he
named the
was
black
Ocean's
guy
11.
War Machine.
Because that's who's gonna go die.
You just Elba. That's great.
He has a background as a child soldier.
Yeah. Oh, no, is that true?
I'm the captain now.
Yeah. Oh no, he's a Somali pirate.
Yeah.
That's his background.
He's-
We're all Somali pirates.
Yeah.
all of us.
Yep.
Just immigrated over.
Yeah, in case he's a pirate.
Yeah.
It's not that guy.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
So what's the name of this thing? Fuck your couch.
Welcome back to the show. Fuck your couch. We're here today.
We're changing the name today.
We're here with my my substitute co-host and permanent teacher, and my super longtime co-host and friend, Kip Sparrow.
What's going on, everybody?
And I am Casey Connor.
Welcome to the Fuck Yo Couch, previously known as the Alligator Couch
Fuck
Podcast.
Yo Couch Podcast.
I love it.
Also, also known as the Racist Black Actors Guild.
who are also on strike.
Yes.
We want more black movies. We want more black
RBG.
movies, and we need all Somalis to sign
Sorry, Ruth.
Yeah, well, she held on, man. She tried. She was like, I'm not going to die. I'm not going to let this guy appoint another Supreme Court justice. She couldn't hold on. God bless her. For doily.
Oh, Ruth.
Yeah.
That's very, we miss you.
Yeah, we miss abortion. I miss abortion.
Oh, Lord.
Again, I have
The
a
only-
4-year-old.
The only guy with a kid on the couch.
Yeah.
I miss Marshman.
Yeah, you watch.
So-
Within a year, gay marriage is going to be gone. I just taught this class today.
They should be able to feel as miserable as the rest of us.
Yeah,
It's
I
fine.
agree. But the argument, because now the court is full of textualists who believe the Constitution, the text is written the way it's intended by the framers, right? That the 14th Amendment Equal Protection Clause, which all these rights were gained under, was for former slaves. It's not for gay people. That's the argument. Wait, I have a question for you. How do Supreme Court justices get their job?
They're appointed by the president.
For how long?
Forever.
Jesus.
Forever.
For
Ever.
life.
Yeah, for life.
So their argument is, no one elected us to anything. Why should we be deciding for everyone abortion? And their argument is, you elect people to write laws in your states. Well, they didn't overturn abortion, they gave it back to the states. Now, I would agree with that if everyone could vote, but my 17-year-old, mostly female students don't have a vote. And
Boy.
the Supreme Court in their ivory tower is like, if you don't like your state, just move. And it's like, bitch.
What?
Yeah, like, what? I can't afford to, like, move across the street.
Right,
Like,
let
are
alone-
you kidding? Like, I'd have to move to the north?
That's wild.
Man.
I spent over in the past 30 days moving out from my place, moving into another place, and just getting set up was well over $3,000. Now
That's cheap.
Yeah.
First month, last month security.
but it's all within the span of 30 days. Imagine how much more that'll be if I
Yeah.
decide, all right, I'm going to leave Florida and I'm going back to Boston.
Right.
What?
You're from Boston?
Yeah.
When'd you move here?
About 7 years ago or so. I just got tired of the snow. It's
Yeah.
a small city.
He loves the racism, but he hates the snow.
Wait, Boston's super racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Famously sports racist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When I went to a Red Sox game maybe a week before I
I'm
left.
sorry
It
about
was
that.
just it was
I'm a
fine.
Yankees fan.
But it was a sea of white folks. There wasn't a single black person in there, which I thought was funny. But nobody heckled me.
They're famous for doing that to athletes.
Oh yeah. If I had been in there black and with a Yankees hat, I don't think I would have made it out. Definitely would have made it out. But it is what it is. Shout out to Boston.
Can I ask what moved you down here?
Between me and my girl broke up, so there wasn't
It
really
was-
a reason to be there.
It was a large train that he got on.
Yeah.
So really the only reason I was there was she was there. So when that fell through, it was kind of like, why am I here?
Right, okay.
It's cold.
Fuck, I lived in New England. I went to
Yeah.
law school in Providence.
Yeah, so
Those
Pause.
winters kill me.
There's any real privacy anymore, unless you are completely off the grid, which doesn't really seem like unless you go out into the woods somewhere.
Right.
You don't have a phone.
But even then, if you're born here, you still got Social Security.
Yeah. So who is really off the grid?
No one.
People who live on the ice sheets are fans, the Inuit.
That's true.
Maybe that's the move. Maybe these tribes that are in like the jungle and shit like that, they have like no real contact with them, except 15 white guys will try and like, ooh, what's going on here?
Dude, do you know the story about John D. Rockefeller's grandson?
No.
No, but I've got
Walk
a.
around in the woods.
And got eaten
Yep. See, that's what
by
happens.
a tribe
That's
of
what
cannibals.
Oh, I did. Yes.
Yeah.
He was not. It wasn't in Century Island or
It was in Africa.
Africa. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
No.
crazy.
I don't know why people keep trying to do this. Like, leave them
I
alone.
do, because, no, he went to go live with them. Because I can see the appeal. That's getting off the grid.
Oh, I see.
Right? If you're a
Like,
Rockefeller,
Num num.
you have everything ever. You were born with 2 winning lottery tickets in your hands, and you're like, I've had enough or whatever. I can see that happening.
Yeah, true that. I mean, I think about it constantly. Like, I would love to get out of here. Like,
Oh, I thought he meant getting eaten by
Oh no,
tribe of cannibals.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to go some.
As long as they start with my ass first.
And they don't want me there. You know what I
Right,
mean?
seriously. But I think he had lived with them. He was like on a. He was
You
like,
lived with them for a while.
for a
and they
minute
still ate 'em?
for like a history, like a museum,
Yeah.
and he was like collecting artifacts. And then after he went back to civilization, he tried to go back.
They're
And
like,
I don't
"Where's our shit?"
bro. You know what I remember? He didn't get to them.
Oh.
He was going down the river, and the tribe upriver got him.
Oh shit! Just fuck around and find out, man.
Yeah, he did.
There's some places you probably should just chill out. You know, if you survive your first tribe, call it a day. You survived. Like, why are you trying
But
to go
the
back?
freedom of it must have been so appealing to him,
True that.
right?
Mm.
Like, no one knows me here. There's no whatever, like modern media following me around or whatever.
Have you guys seen this cool thing? This is a sidetrack. So they've trained this AI to interpret images and also like to use a Wi-Fi router, and they basically turn Wi-Fi signals into 3D imaging. So it can 3D image wherever you are. It can create a picture from your Wi-Fi. And
Oh yeah, that's the metaverse. That's the thing Lex Fried was just talking about.
no, this is a different step.
Oh,
Like that requires like a camera. This
Okay.
doesn't require
Oh,
a
Jesus.
camera. It requires a Wi-Fi router,
That's it.
and that's it. And they can this thing can image everything, and we can be in a total police state, unaware that we're being monitored, and like they know exactly where you are in a house.
You're not aware of that?
That's great.
I love it.
I mean,
Let's go for it.
since 9/11,
Yeah,
under
yeah.
the Patriot Act, we're being monitored, and this
All the
generation
time.
just accepts it.
Yeah.
They don't know anything else. So
I
they're
just
like,
thought it
of
was.
course I am.
I just think it's fascinating. Like most people are scared of these things, and I'm like, all right. So what
I
are
plan on getting fucking
what are the other potential uses of this thing? Like finding cancer, finding
Yes.
like there's more than one way to use a tool.
But you know somebody nefarious is going to use it for not
Yes,
such great things.
always with technology. Always. I mean, Hitler used the radio. A new invention, unregulated. New technologies are unregulated until they're like, we should probably put some
Yeah,
rules on
hold
this.
up, hold
And
up.
I thought that the internet was going to get these rules after a bunch of people dressed up like buffaloes and tried to take over the government for some reason. And there was no guardrails put on after that. And I'm like, cool. What terrible thing is going to have to happen?
Yeah.
You just said I'm out of here.
Yeah, I don't think.
Where's here?
I don't America. I don't think that. I'm not confident.
To where?
Somewhere else.
But
Canada.
there are assholes everywhere.
Yeah, but maybe less so. Or at least, at the very least, it'll be less expensive to live there, and they may have great street food.
Yeah,
So, you know,
Vietnam.
uh,
Or hop on
Just saying.
hop on a motorcycle.
It's not for me to think that having a family, right, and doing it here, especially in Miami,
Florida.
and that's going to be a great, and that's going to be a great move for the next foreseeable, let's say, 20 years. I don't see that being like a great move, especially here in Florida. Maybe somewhere in like Middle America, someplace.
Right, I'm
like
not
in
sure
a
this
small
city has
town.
20 years in it.
But you know, when you just look at everything that's going on, you're like, this doesn't look quite.
All our local politicians are being arrested.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
everybody, ethics boards are looking into Suarez, who...
No, the FBI.
Oh, great, FBI. For the person went from ethics boards to FBI.
Diaz de la Portilla just got arrested last Friday.
Bless you.
Thank you. And then Joe Carollo just lost.
Oh, yeah, he just got fucked. They made
Yeah.
him pay something like $13 billion.
Yeah, no, 85.
85, that's there it is.
85 million, and guess who pays that? Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You know what he did?
So he was, I mean, aside from
I'm-
fucking with ball and chain.
That's what he. Yeah, that's who sued him
Yeah.
for First Amendment.
So it was, what was it, like a 2-year trial? Or he was like messing with them for like 2 years? or
Yeah,
something?
using code enforcement to shut him down
Yeah.
because they hosted a political campaign event for his opponent.
Right. So, you know, when I remember after 2020, I kept trying to go back, and they were like, no, when I did a podcast about this. In fact, my first episode I talked about it, and I made fun of them, because I was like, why don't you just let them sell the chips and the guac, and let them dance salsa, and maybe not have to pay $85 million?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just wild that this is our political system. This is what we have going
And there's
on.
no future planning in Miami because they know as soon as that Cat 5 comes through, this is all gone. So we're gonna get ours. My cousin Ray Ray is gonna build a condo canyon. You know, we're gonna blight all the clubs in South Beach. Every move in this city is a real estate move.
Yeah.
Right? Drinking time ends at midnight. That's not for any moral reason. That's so those clubs go out of business so their cousin Ray Ray can build a condo.
Great.
Do you know who won the bid to build the extension on MIA Airport?
No.
Do you remember the FIU bridge collapse?
Mm.
Yeah, that's right.
That company. Do you know why?
Jesus Christ.
Because it's whatever commissioner's sister's cousin's company.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great.
You know they're
This reminds
building.
me of this reminds me of like construction in the mafia in
Yes.
the 1980s.
Well,
and
don't
90s.
use that word. That got our last chief of police fired.
I didn't say shit. You know, sorry.
It was the criminal bird.
Yeah.
the criminal bird. Yeah, all the birdies.
You know, remember Surfside Building Collapse?
Yeah, that's right.
They had their city commission meeting about what's going to go on that site last night. People were outraged because they're building a condo.
Of course they are.
Yep.
Of course they are.
Because real estate rules.
Yeah, if you wanna make some bank, get into see if you can find your.
What are our other options? Affordable housing.
Nothing. BlackRock is buying all that shit up. Zillow, BlackRock, these companies are behemoths.
Bacardi
And they're just buying everything.
and building into the Everglades.
Yeah,
And so
No.
what's going to happen is what happened in your hometown. What happened after Irma in the Keys is local governments forbid low-income housing, which was trailer parks. And now all the workers in the Keys live in Homestead and
Yep.
have to commute. And that's what's going to happen here. Regular workers won't be able to afford to live here and will have to commute in and out, just like the Keys. I'm rooting for that Cat 5. So my rent, I want my rent to go down. Chase all these people away.
You're gonna be outside with chainsaws.
Like Forrest Gump and the guy.
Is that all you got, God?
It's all. Oh, shit. Fucking A. So, hold on. You might be able to speak to, or both of you might be able to speak to this. What's going on in the Everglades as far as, like, the sustainability and, like... it seems
Nothing.
like-
There's just apex predators now.
coming in,
There are
eating up
only.
everything?
Yeah, there's. I was just watching a thing on TikTok. This guy who's like a conservationist.
Yeah.
He goes out there and he catches pythons.
Yeah, they're fucking
And he comes out every night with like a handful of baby pythons, and he catches the big ones too.
And there's nothing to kill those, right?
Just
Nothing natural.
alligators and other pythons.
Yeah.
But there are no more small, mid-sized mammals.
Fuck.
Like their population.
They caught a crocodile in there.
No,
Some,
it's a Nile crocodile.
yeah.
There's
Cool.
a Nile crocodile.
Them shits will attack you.
Yes.
Alligators, for the most part, like, they don't...
They put out a kill order on that thing. Kill on sight.
Yeah.
Because they don't need it to fucking make any more. And alligators are, crocodilians are some of the species that can reproduce asexually.
Oh,
They just produce clones of themselves.
What?
Same
You're
thing.
telling me this couch is asexual?
Yes.
Holy shit.
You can-
Fuck your couch.
You can smell the asexuality.
Yeah.
Yo, what?
It's just going to clone itself?
Yeah.
And the
They,
couch is going to take over the
sa-
city?
Same thing with pythons. Pythons can do this very same thing.
What?
Yeah. There's a lot of species of reptiles that can reproduce asexually.
They can go fuck...
And they can change, and unlike us, they can change their gender after so much time.
Whoa. That'll get you canceled. That's going to get you canceled, man. I care about you, man.
Yo, we need to edit it.
Be careful. Man.
I'm talking about.
Like, something happens on the news live, and somebody, like, punches a reporter, and all of a sudden it just goes to black.
Oh, it was like last time when we were shooting at your apartment, and we were talking about Putin, and an alarm went off on my phone.
That's right. Oh, fuck it. But maybe I'll go to Russia. You know what? I think Putin gets a bad rap. I think I'm serious.
Yes.
I think he gets a bad rap.
Whatever he's saying.
And I think I'm gonna
Please
go
don't
to Russia.
poison us.
We'll just go to Russia. We'll just hang out there.
Yeah.
I think that's the move. Maybe I'll go down.
Yeah. Bring some pythons with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the way. That's China, right? That's TikTok. Like we're gonna export this thing. It's gonna ruin you slowly over 3 decades.
Damn you, Burma.
You want to notice something else that's observable data collection in my classrooms? In the past 2 years, I've gotten so many Russian-speaking students.
Freeze that.
No, not on the playground.
Okay.
I'm talking 4-year-old and shit.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. But my school is 90% female.
Are boys just not being born anymore?
I think so. And if that shit is true, if you know how like China's TikTok isn't what they export,
Yeah. No,
like
completely different.
there's a 45-minute like
Break in your.
no, you're only allowed 45 minutes a day to be on it, and all they're allowed to watch is science and like math.
Yep, STEM. That's it.
Yeah, and they export the opium. So
Yeah.
reverse opium wars.
Ooh.
They're doing a really great job. I have
They
a
are.
conspiracy theory that they are fucking with us really, really slow.
I don't think it's a conspiracy theory. I think that they are, dude. I think they're making a generation of our boys weak
Yeah, for sure.
and plans to invade us in 20 years.
Yeah, I think they're playing long game.
Or invade Taiwan.
I heard somewhere on a podcast that apparently
That's a good source.
Yeah, I know, right?
Somewhere on a podcast.
Somewhere on a podcast in the ether,
Yeah.
that they want to. They're having some issues because it's an island that's kind of far away, and so transporting, which I don't know if any of this is true, but being at war and having to ship everything down there would be difficult.
Who are
And
we
then
talking
also,
about? Who's
so
the they?
China having to invade by sea and air,
To Taiwan?
right, would be difficult.
It's only across the
Yeah,
Taiwanese
it's not very far,
But right now, yes, correct. They are not ready.
Yeah.
My source is Task and Purpose. And we are also building, it's called the First Chain Defense. So South Korea is us because of the Korean War. Japan is us because of World War II. We occupied both of those. Taiwan, do you know the history of that?
Not very much, no.
Do you?
No, I just.
So initially it was with China?
After World War II, it was the first proxy war. You start the Cold War. We backed Chiang Kai-shek and the nationalists, armed, trained, funded to fight Mao and the communists, backed by the Soviet Union. Mao won. Chiang Kai-shek and the nationalists retreated to Taiwan, and we recognized Taiwan as China forever, and that pisses them off.
Gotcha.
And then Nixon went there and was like, no, there's 2 Chinas, and that still pisses them off.
Right.
So there's that history. Plus, Taiwan was very smart. They saw we couldn't compete. They couldn't compete with the software in the United States because they went to college in California and were like, we can't compete with that. So they focused on a very specific part of manufacturing microchips,
Right.
and every microchip in the world is made there.
Yeah.
And then in January, last year, China started making weapons, and we're like, oh shit, like that's way better than what we have. How did you do that? And then we saw it was because we were selling Chinese companies software, and then we were like, oh shit, they're communists. There's no such thing as a Chinese company. It's all the government, which is why TikTok's a little scary, right? They know where all of our fucking army is, like, and shit, because it's their location tracking everything. And then, so we put an embargo of microchips on them. So now not only do they have the history with Taiwan, they also now need microchips because they like toasters and stuff.
Great.
Yes,
And those singing toilets.
correct. With the little sploogity-doogity up the butt.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
they sing to you.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, actually.
Lord,
God
this-
bless microchips.
Yeah.
I don't want to go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, I'm
I
more-
do it with Casey all the time. He wants to talk about funny things, and then it's supposed to be a satirical, funny podcast, and then I'll just go on a rant about the state of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And how worried I am.
Yeah. Kip
But,
was.
he's right.
The curse of being a historian is knowing and seeing the patterns and knowing what's going to happen next,
Right.
and being powerless over it. And no one listens to you.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
That's-
this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, it always starts with a fucking plague every 40 years. And it sets
God.
off the same pattern. So the cool trend I'm seeing, in my classrooms.
Oh boy.
Is
Bullying's back.
sweet.
Yeah. Somebody said, don't get butt hurt. And I was like, ooh,
I remember.
yeah.
I remember that.
You just told them to get over it.
I remember that.
Nice. And some kid said, yo, quit being retarded.
Oh, hell
yeah.
yeah.
Our
And
back.
everyone in class laughed. And I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, what is going on here? Yeah, our word's back.
So all that shit looks like it's ending. Which there's always a backlash. Now, you know, it was good. Like the Me Too movement was good. And then they ran out of people. And then it was
started
like,
getting a little crazy.
right, then it was like, I want a promotion. And the word abuse started getting abused.
Right.
And then it's like, cool, you guys, like, now the ones who really need it are getting drowned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everything is a Me Too now.
And there's Trump is a backlash to that.
It's wild
Yeah.
to see these trends and
He's grabbing them by pussies.
yeah.
And he's Teflon.
Teflon done.
Yeah.
Like people, when I see whether it's YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels, the amount of people that love Trump is wild. This guy doesn't even show up to the GOP debate. He's like, "Fuck y'all, I'm going to wherever to talk to automakers," and everybody's like, "We still love him."
Don't get me started on the parallels.
Parallels.
Reality.
Of the 1920s and 30s and today, after the Spanish flu, and then the Great Depression.
Never thought about that.
We had the second worst economy in 2009 ever. So, pandemic, economic recession, and then, you know, someone coming to power saying, I can make America great again, or I can make us great again, and then attempted a coup, failed, under indictment, and those indictments made them more famous and more popular. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Teddy Roosevelt.
No. No. I mean, it's painful to say.
Abraham Lincoln.
The 1920s, he was in the 1860s. That was 1860.
I don't know my U.S.
It's
presidents.
not U.S.
Oh, Winston Churchill.
I took back "Make America Great Again."
Winston Churchill?
Which actually Reagan said. Reagan's campaign slogan was "Make America Great."
Yeah, I remember that.
But everybody wants to go back again. Like every so often,
Oh,
people
yeah.
want to go back again. Harding.
Now it's obvious to me. Hitler.
Yeah, regrettably. All of those things are true of Hitler. Yeah, it's crazy. And being like, I know all this stuff, and I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must be. So, what got you into U.S. history? Was it always?
I was forced into it. I hate it. I don't want to know any more things.
Start studying sharks.
No, I like world history. I like ancient stuff.
Yeah, so do I. I wish I'd spend more time on it, but you know, when there's infinite amount of podcasts you can listen to, it's kind of difficult.
I listen to World War II podcasts.
Yeah, they start bumming me out.
No, one this morning was talking about the parallels of the Hitler trial.
Yeah.
And what's happening in this country right now. I was like, great, another fucking analogy, another fucking similar thing. Great.
Don't worry, guys, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And I try to keep watching sports. To check out. Just check
Right.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the earth is melting and shit. I'm
Yeah,
just
all you
like,
can do is watch reruns of The Sopranos at this point, and just, you know, I don't know.
it makes me homesick.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Every time they go to the pork store, or
Yeah.
just have a plate of spaghetti. Like
Kill
that.
somebody.
Yeah.
We all know, everyone in Jersey is an uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, I
so
hear it.
true.
He fell off a truck. Here you
Yeah.
go.
Here's a potato. Go play.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Boston was kind of the same way. It was like this suburb that you grew up in, and everybody, anytime you had an issue or a problem, I know a guy. Don't worry. About
Yeah, I got a guy.
it. Yeah, everybody's got a guy.
I got a bunch of guys.
Everybody has like some story that nobody talks about. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
I do
so,
know.
So where did Uncle such and such go for 3 years?
Yeah.
We don't talk about it. We want to stay.
You know what I watch as my way of unplugging is there's this Australian YouTuber who just melts scrap metal, and he doesn't speak at all. He just puts subtitles, and it's like therapeutic to watch him like melt down like old motors from like 1950s and shit. Like he breaks it down.
Yeah?
It's Big Stacked on YouTube, and you always hear like magpies in the background of his backyard. They're all going.
What's a magpie?
We have them over here in the States. They're the birds that swoop down and peck at you.
Birds are criminals. I've always said this.
Birds.
You're right. Seagulls are the worst offenders.
Yeah, man. All these birds, like you had a bird outside when I walked in.
And then you turn back around.
I mean, my last name's Sparrow, so birds are criminals. And I'm telling you. From
What are you
first-hand
saying?
Experience. Birds are criminals.
Are you admitting to something?
No. I'm just saying. If anybody's gonna tell you, it would be the guy whose last name is Sparrow.
I got you.
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
He was a pirate, criminal.
Yeah, you're right about
I'm
that.
just saying, stay away from birds. All these people that buy birds, macaws, and keep them in their house. And,
You're just inviting these parasites into your life.
it's terrible. It's terrible.
They're like children.
Yes. You just make them. Like, I can't believe this is the way we make more people.
Oh God.
We need a better
You
system.
really do. Maybe China's got something. Don't they have a lock? And they're like, hey, listen, one.
No, not anymore. They have a reverse problem now because of it.
Yeah, Japan, same way, I think.
Yeah. Oh, they just got old people
Yeah,
and nothing
that's it.
else.
They got,
Yeah.
no new influx of young, people to take care of these old folks.
Yep.
The Eskimos have it right, or I'm actually saying that incorrectly.
The Inuit.
Yeah. My bad. I was born in the 80s, okay?
For all of our Eskimo fans out there that watch religiously,
You are canceled.
red meat eaters.
We've been saying shit to cancel us for a long time.
Yes.
It's, I think our first episode. I can't remember what it was, but I remember being like, well, all right, that was a short-lived podcast.
Yeah, but if someone doesn't like you, anything is cancelable.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, you can't really cancel some people.
Yeah,
I mean, Trump, we just said.
Some people it just doesn't work.
all my enemies fade into obscurity because I don't recognize them as threats.
What? I mean, how are you really gonna? I guess if you're on a certain level and you get like your bank accounts canceled, your emails, your phone, you lose your job. I guess that sucks. But if they're really popular in real life and all you do is take away their social media, it's kind of like, well, okay, so I don't have Instagram now, or I don't have X now, Twitter, formerly Twitter. What does that do?
I'm not calling it X. I'm not going to do that. Stupid.
I still don't have an account. They won't let me sign up.
I had Twitter, and now it won't work until I upgrade it to X. So I don't have Twitter.
That's funny. Shout out to Musk. Jesus Christmas guy.
Oh my God.
So, anyway, whatever.
Who was the guy who built the Spruce Moose?
Spruce Moose, what's that?
Tell me what the spruce moose is.
It's the biggest plane to ever get off the ground.
Oh,
Charles?
Lindbergh?
No. Evan Hughes? Charles Evan Hughes? The guy, the aviator.
Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio played.
Yes.
And he went crazy, and he started like having to turn the lights on and off 30 times and wash his hand 1 million times till they bleed. And they just it was Pan Am. He made Pan Am.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not Charles Evan Hughes. He worked in the Harding administration.
No, I know.
Howard Hughes.
Howard Hughes. Great guy.
And at the end, no, he was. He really was. But then he went mad.
Yeah.
Like his brain broke, and they had to shove him in a closet as the face of the company, and that's what they need to do to Musk. Because
just shush him quietly.
into the corner and be like, all right, you are no longer the face. You can go be say these things, but you're hurting our bottom line.
Yeah. Go to
Just
Mars.
finally go.
Can we go, please?
Take as much weed and Joe Rogan as you want.
Yeah. He's clearly been a fraud, and I've been saying this, and people keep yelling at him for a decade. I mean, this guy's a fraud. What has he actually really done? And then, the guy who was it?
I mean, I'm not too familiar with his.
Bro, he paid. All you need to know is he paid $44 billion for Twitter.
Bad investment.
I don't know.
No shit, so bad that he tried to sue to get out of his own deal.
I don't know what Twitter is anymore. Like, is it like a town square? What is going on Twitter? I've never really had like this. Oh, I gotta get on Twitter.
We're in one big science experiment.
Yeah.
Well,
Are we in a simulation?
from what
Feels
I'm
like it sometimes.
from what I'm told, most people just use Twitter for porn, and yeah,
I mean, I have seen a lot of porn on Twitter.
Yeah.
that's for
I use
sure.
porn for porn.
well, Twitter's the low key way to do porn.
I've seen a lot of porn on
Oh,
Twitter.
well, I can't.
During the COVID or whatever, like 2020, I think I got on Twitter, and like all of a sudden, I was like, what the fuck? This is on Twitter.
Now I'm scared though, because who knows what this guy's gonna do with your information.
He's gonna make you a porn star.
I mean, at this point,
Early.
yeah.
When it's May and everything's still
Smay?
and it's pitch black at 4 p.m. and there's no life, all the
Smay?
animals, all the trees,
Smee?
everything's fucking dead or gone.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we the only ones who suffer this?
Yeah.
The animals migrate or hibernate, and we're the only idiots staying.
Because
Staying around.
animals don't have
Trucking
a form
through
of
the-
currency to charge each other for moving.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not, when you walk outside and your face hurts.
Yeah.
And
It's
you know,
literally
I mean,
painful.
that's me every day.
Yeah, his face is killing me right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, no. So, did you grow up in New York or
Jersey.
Jersey? Okay, cool.
Just like everybody else in Miami.
Yeah, right.
In Jersey.
Yeah, that works. That works.
Yeah. But when I moved here in 07, and my first November, I was like, this has been a fucking option my whole life?
I'm staying around.
Yeah, what the fuck? But then the problem with living in Miami is you have to live in Florida. And it's a problem. It's a problem. I got a daughter.
Got you. Okay.
You know, like, and now what's going on in the schools and what can be taught, and basically what I teach is like,
Yeah. Got you.
you know,
So you're a teacher here in
I
Miami?
teach U.S. history.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, exact. There it is. Right? They took sex ed out. Remember the?
Do I remember sex
I
ed?
really feel like I should not be saying this.
Remember when they used to openly
Sorry,
talk about
YouTube will age game us
dicks?
and whatever.
Yeah, dude. My name is Franklin.
Masterson.
There you go. And no, but remember the Don't Say Gay bill?
I didn't know too much about it.
But you've heard of it.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't read the actual legislation.
I did. It was 2 pages.
Okay.
This is the problem. Every news we get comes through an outrage filter before it gets to us.
Yeah.
And no one takes the time to like check things. And it's the easiest thing in the world because everything's available at our fingertips and
Yeah.
no one does. And they just repeat the outrage and add to it.
Yeah.
And it's like we make it worse. But I was teaching.
I like how you pointed at me when you said outrage.
Yes. But
I am the outrage.
it's nothing new under the sun, is what King Solomon said in 5000 BC. Right? Like, I was teaching the American Revolution today, and that was all propaganda. All the Sons of Liberty and, like, Sam Adams, like, the Boston Massacre, they killed, like, 3 people. Like, and it was just outrage and filter. But the Don't Say Gay bill just stated...
Well, you got to think like 3 people back then is equivalent to 30 people now.
the
So it was like a mass.
Yeah, but also, but it was in Boston. So it wasn't a town. It was a very populated city, and they were harassing those soldiers, throwing ice balls at them, clubs, and screaming, "Fire! Damn you, fire!" Like they wanted it. And of course, they shot a black guy. They shot a fucking black guy.
The outrage!
He was just there.
Crispus Attucks is the first person to die in the American Revolution, and he was black. They shot a black guy.
That's so fucking
This
wild.
is what this country is founded.
Was he just like
Black guy first.
Yeah.
Ask questions
Remember that
later.
South Park where there were school shooters and the cops all ran in and shot Token?
Was he just collateral damage?
South Park. Fucking A.
He was in the crowd. He was the
That's
first
so
person to
wild.
get it.
That's so wild.
I mean, in a sea of white faces.
When I say there's nothing new under the sun,
Yeah,
like
you're
there
really
ain't.
right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So the Don't Say Gay bill, which became law, so I guess we don't say bill anymore. It says on its face, you cannot talk about gender or sexual orientation until sex ed starts in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
On its face, okay. Sure, that's not actually so bad. And then very quietly, in a state where they essentially got rid of abortion, they took sex ed out of the curriculum, which means now
Altogether.
you can never mention gender, sexual.
Through the entirety of.
Yep.
So I'm a senior in high school.
Nope.
Well, let's leave it up to you two.
Yeah.
You can find your, how to use a condom and birth control and all the rest of that stuff. Just go to YouTube. Just look it up.
Yeah.
And we'll have just any idiot talk about it.
I mean, isn't that how we learn though?
Yeah.
I mean, not YouTube, but like.
Yeah, we're from the old school. Teachers were like, this is a condom.
This is a banana.
I didn't even get that. I had to learn in AOL chat rooms.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny thinking about it now because, I had the great pleasure of going to a Christian private school.
I went to a Catholic school and we didn't get any of that. They were like, your parents will teach you. My mom is Brooklyn Irish Roman Catholic. She was like, feelings.
Yeah.
How about we just drink until they go away? And I'm like, all right.
Here's a potato.
Yeah.
Go play in the yard.
Potato, go play.
Yeah. Yeah. And I realize the Irish and the Cubans are very alike in that respect. It's just like, what problems? Sweep them under the rug, drink till they go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents, they did a very, very bad job. They're like, just read this book.
As a parent, I'm going to say, shit's hard.
Yeah.
Shit is so hard. Babies, this is a good bit. Babies are born serial killers. They murder your old life, your friends, your bank account, your free time, your relationship, just everything you knew about your life.
Will be over.
Fucking murder, stab, then killed twice. And then a new life starts that's not your own. It's this little
the life,
parasites.
the life of a. You are now a prison warden.
I am.
Oh my god.
I am.
That's
You-
wild.
I'm a prisoner. I'm not the warden. She is.
That's wild.
Oh.
As somebody that thinks about having kids
No.
in the near future, I'm like, man, this seems
hard.
seems like quite a quest
So
for
hard.
18 years, and then it's kind of in perpetuity.
And all this panic you never knew about enters your life.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, and it's
I can
like-
only imagine it. I can't really grasp it. I don't think.
You can't. I know, and you can't know it like those first 6 months when you don't fucking sleep. I haven't had a REM cycle in 5 years. Yeah, it's all a blur.
Yeah, it's just a blur.
I'm pretty sure it's 99, and I'm in a hospital in fucking New
Yeah.
York City.
This
I was
guy.
in a rave, had a rave, blacked out, and it's like I'm just none of this real.
So this guy is not the same guy I met 6 years ago. I mean,
yeah, definitely. Man.
He has cracked under the pressure. He has become a shadow of his former self.
Totally a skeleton. Yeah.
He's nothing but a skeleton in a meat suit.
Aren't we all? But I grew a
Yeah.
beard since
There you go.
then, so I have that.
Good shit.
Yeah. I don't have any money left, but
Yeah, these kids, man, they constantly need shit.
and they take and they take and then they say things like, "I hate you. You're not my daddy."
Woo!
And you're like, "Fucking cool."
Then you're like, here's a potato, go play.
Hey, classic case.
Say that. It's like, what? Bitch, you can't eat today. How's that? You hate me?
Yeah.
Great.
No. Because this is the only job in the world that if you fuck up at, you go to prison. So the pressure is immense.
Yeah. Pressure's on for sure.
Like, you can't be like, "You're not eating today," because then she'll be like abuse.
Yeah, not today. They could do that back in the day, though. I got
Yeah.
that one constantly.
She'll go on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, God. If there was TikTok back in the 90s, shit would be
Yo,
wild.
can I tell you something? So I witnessed the trends before. Like, I saw, like, in the past 10 years in my school, I've seen girls' jeans go up, 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 and the nipples tucked in. And then I've seen them going down, 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 down. And now they're back to, like, Y2K, which is a fashion trend they love. Everything Y2K. And, like, I'm even seeing thongs sticking out. And I'm like, oh shit, Nelly's back. Right?
It's
I've
getting
also
hot.
seen Jankos, like 60-inch bottom pants. And the 90s are back in a big way.
There's a kid like that in our improv class, Max.
Max, I had Max as a student.
As a lover.
Yeah, he was one of mine.
That's funny.
I think I failed him.
And it shows. And it
He
shows.
never came to class. He's actually come to our improv class more than he came to homeroom.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What is it like? Because my big fear is raising a daughter in 2025. What is it like raising a daughter now?
My advice:
Let the AI do it.
don't have a daughter.
Yeah.
No, all right. Oh, my whole point.
Yeah.
So, a couple trends I'm seeing. One of them, just on the playground, is there are way more girls. Way more. Like 80-20.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird.
Like just
These are just observable data.
so there are just more girls in the classrooms. Like just you still going?
Yeah. Alright.
Just by
People who
coincidence?
people who can afford to flee are fleeing.
Well.
They're getting out because they got no internet. They got no.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's all been, all foreign companies have been kicked out.
Yeah.
Like, it's.
A lot of like Russian entrepreneurs are taking over. Those like McDonald's when McDonald's left, or Papa John's or whatever.
Yeah.
And
changing it to, what was it in Coming to McDowell's? They have the golden arches. We
Yeah.
have the golden arcs.
Yeah. They're just coming in and they're taking over. I can't remember what the word for McDonald's like the name of the restaurant. Something in Russian.
Glishputya.
Yeah.
I can't.
Potato. Mick potato.
Everything is potatoes in Russia. The meat.
Mick beets. You want a McBeat?
But they have all the same stuff. Like it's pretty much the exact same thing. It's just a different name.
I guarantee you they have beet flavored McFlurries. Hey.
And the potato flurry.
Yeah.
Flurry. Yeah.
And everything.
What else do they eat over there?
Yo, buddy's trying to
Vodka.
bring back the Soviet Union.
They just
You know what? Bring it back. Just you know what? We'll
Every-
round of shit.
every McFlurry comes with a Smirnoff in it.
Oh Lord, I like vodka.
Sorry, I have a child.
You good?
Okay.
Oh man, what a day. Just thinking about all this and where we're going to be in the next 5-10 years is kind of wild. Where we're going to be in 2024.
Dude, are we going to survive next year?
I don't know. I have
Like,
no idea.
that election is going to be fucking wild.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, be wild, isn't that what he said?
Be wild. Who?
Arthur B. Wilde?
Trump, in his tweet about
Oh.
come to January 6th,
Yeah.
it'll be wild.
Which it was. You didn't disappoint.
Yeah. I mean, it could get out of hand.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think so.
was that a trial run? Because
It looked like it. I
Here-
mean, between COVID, everything that happened with the election, it's like, are we gearing up to do this
here's
again?
the way that I see that he sees it. He sees it as the only way I don't die in prison is if I become president. So by hook or by crook, he's going to show up on Inauguration Day.
Yeah, Bill, 2024.
Oh yeah, remember that? I think I still got those stickers. My name isn't Bill though. What?
Yeah.
It's Franklin.
Franklin. Franklin, 2024.
FDR.
Yeah. My name's, I'm going to go by Matouche.
Matouche. If you're listening.
The African king?
Sure.
the richest man in history?
No,
Yeah.
wasn't that,
It was another M name.
yeah, no, Matouche is like...
You should know this. The richest king.
I wasn't paying attention.
My tongue.
The richest king in Africa had more gold than any modern day billionaire.
Timbuktu is the city. Mustafa? No, that's the Lion King.
Mustafa, 2024.
I have zero idea what you're talking about.
What was his... I can't remember his name for the life of me, but it's all good. We'll edit it in. We'll just put the
There's on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll.
Malcolm X.
Yes.
All right.
Again, just yelled out right
Yeah.
Martin Luther King.
Black Panther.
Who is that dark panthery fella?
War Machine.
What was the name of the city in that movie?
Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Yeah.
Wakanda.
Wakanda forever.
His name was Wakanda forever.
Oh,
Wu-Tang. ODB. His name was ODB. Old Dirt Dog.
The Shaolin Arches.
Did I ever tell you that I saw ODB the night he died?
What? Was it you? Oh yeah.
No, so he was on stage at a local jungle party. Just grabbed a mic, spitting over drum and bass.
Wow.
Dude, people were throwing... Do you know what a dippy is?
A dippy?
It's a New York drug. It's very specific to New York. It's... you have a bottle full of angel dust, jet fuel, PCP, and formaldehyde. And you take out a filter of a Newport, and you dip it, and you pull, and you get it all wet. And that's what smoking wet is.
Yeah.
And you know, for $20, you buy that dippy, and it'll fuck up 4 people. And people just kept throwing dips at ODB, and he just kept lighting them. And the last I saw of ODB, his pants fell around his ankles, and he fell off the stage. And that night he died.
Damn.
And I was like,
Don't do drugs, kids.
So you did kill him.
Jesus.
You threw a dippy.
Oh, we found the guy responsible.
I've killed so many people like that.
Jesus Christ.
They don't teach this in American history.
They should teach ODB in American history.
Oh my gosh.
Man was wild.
Yeah. I keep thinking that in like 400 years, the way we read Shakespeare and are like, what the fuck does this say? Kids in 400 years are going to be reading Tupac, being like, what the fuck does this say?
Yeah.
Like even now, if you asked a 15-year-old to read the lyrics of Tupac songs, they'd be like, what is this slang? What does it mean? What is he saying?
Which is how I feel when I like hear people speak slang now. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh man, and I'm on the front lines of the new slang.
Yeah, you
And
get
it's
it.
like-
You get it all.
Like I keep hearing
Cap.
Perry, you that's old.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, the new one's glaze. Glizzy.
Glizzy. I've heard glizzy.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure what it means.
It's sucking a dick.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, but it's
It's
a good
not,
thing.
it's-
It's like you coating it good.
With
It's a positive thing.
Okay.
That's all I got.
All right. That works.
you,
think.
you come so
I remember what Beck
I
came out,
took it
was like,
offensively.
It-
I was like,
it-
what you mean, Glizz? You trying to fucking nut on my face? What are we talking about? And then they're just like,
no. You're
no,
so
man, we're hyping you up. I'm like, oh.
you,
All right.
your
Alright.
your semen has so much viscosity and
Yeah,
grace
You're shiny.
that you
We put a shine on you.
you glaze.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
Glazed. Oh my god.
You are the glazer,
Yeah, man.
not the
I
glazee.
hear all, I hear all this shit, and I'm like, what did you say?
And say less. I remember being
That was
offended.
awesome.
Like people, like I say something, but I bet say less. And I'm like, what the fuck you tell me to do?
You tell me to shut up?
Yeah, like that's what I thought. I was
Yo,
like,
that was like 10 years ago to say less.
oh man. Yeah.
For you, but you have no reference of time.
No, I do actually, because you know Ty,
Yes.
his class was saying it, and I know I had him like 10 years ago.
That's hilarious. It just got up to me maybe a couple of years ago, and like somebody that we worked with kept saying it.
I still say less.
What?
So it's say no more. It's the evolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, it's the evolution. Just like back, in the early 2000s, girls started with I can't even with you anymore, and then it just shortened right to
I can't even.
to then just like can't.
And then
Can't.
just even.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
I did see a funny video that this guy did. He was talking about the evolution of how we spoke.
Mhm.
1800s. Hello, how are you doing today? And fast forward, hey, what's up? And then it was like sometime in the future, it was just a guy going. like no words or anything.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's kind of true.
What the best slang in my experience is the word because it was a question. A word.
It was
right?
a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word. Like
Yes.
yes. It was also like a goodbye. Like word.
It was also I fucking doubt what you're saying. Like word.
Like a word up. Right. It's a question. Like it's
I still use
everything.
it.
It's everything.
Yeah, it's everything.
But you know what?
Encompasses
Now, I say it, and my kids are like, "You're so old." And I'm like, and I think about what I thought was old, and it would be like
Cheerio.
no. People's parents calling weed grass, right?
Yeah,
or just like groovy or something, right? That I was like, oh my god, you're so old.
Ugh.
That's what word is to them.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
I still use it. Like,
yeah, I still too.
I still
too.
That's fine.
I use groovy, but not because of hippies, but because of Evil Dead. Army of Darkness. It's a Sam Raimi film. It's horror comedy.
Man Shark.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. That
Man Shark.
comes from watching The Flash too much in the old house.
I think I only ever saw it that one time. And I was in there, we looked at the TV, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And you're like, oh, that's a man shark. And you would think that the man shark, like, would be the man on the top and shark on the bottom, but you'd be wrong. It was the other way around. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, Casey does have some wild
Viewing habits? Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he
it's never-
watches Australian dudes melt stuff and say nothing.
And I get so much value from it.
Oh, Lord.
I'm coming up with my own slang, like molten and
That's not your own slang.
ingot and
Oh, that's Australian slang?
the guy doesn't talk, but he has these two fucking dogs, Bullion and Ingot, and they're French
And they
bulldogs.
fuck each other?
No, they're boys. Hopefully they don't. Well,
Whoa. There's nothing wrong with if they want to, man. You're just trying to get us canceled, man. Jesus Christ. It's okay.
I don't tell
if
you
they
with
fuck each other.
YouTube's
And
gonna put so many underlying things underneath our.
that criminal magpie in the background is just spitting hate speech at the dogs.
Did you tell him about? I'm sure you didn't watch like the one we did together because no one watches.
No, I
these.
saw some of it, but it was long.
But I was like, hey man, like, people watch this. Oh no, he's like hundreds of people watch this, and I was like, show me. And he opened up the laptop and it said 5 views.
Yeah, well,
That was the playlist
It
views.
was the playlist views, but it was so
yeah.
perfect. It was so perfect.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, that's what I'm telling you. You gotta do it on Rumble. Rumble, like the views that I get on the podcast is, you don't really see any statistics, so I can't tell how many people watch the entire thing, or maybe just watch one part, or whatever it is.
Or they clicked it, yeah.
So, yeah, it'll just say like 800, but you don't really get any data on the back end about like whatever. But
We'll give
at
you
least you
data
don't
on
have
the
any
back
problems.
end.
Like you can say whatever you want.
That's a Star Trek reference. I get that.
Fucking viewing habits. Wait, is this an actual podcast?
Anything can be a podcast.
So is it on like Apple Podcasts?
So you said you were going to go ahead and we got to sign up for. I think it's Podbean. I believe that's what, because you got to get.
There's-
the link.
Anchor.
Anchor's another good one, yeah.
Okay, that's the one that I hear.
And then you get that link and you can go ahead and
So the answer is no.
yeah. So it's only on YouTube, only on Rumble.
The
But
fuck
we
is
can-
Rumble?
Oh, you gotta go. To Rumble.
Yeah, I got a
You wanna-
4-year-old man.
You want to get real mad? Just go to Rumble.
Nah, I'm
Listen
good. That's why I got off Twitter. What about Twitch? I don't know what it is. I've just heard of it a bunch.
Twitch we've talked about. That's more of like a
Live thing.
yeah. It's kind of more like on the live side of things, and you kind of have to bring people over. It's
What does
not
that
really-
mean?
So
Like the
you
house?
Need, you need to have like an audience already, and then be like, hey, you can find me on Twitch. I'm
Well, we
live.
got 5 views.
Let's bring those 5 people over. Oh man.
He knows how to burn my ass.
Yeah. I'm sure it burns all the time anyway.
Yeah.
That's from you.
Yes, it is. And the mics, you got them out of the fucking. Did
No.
you get them out?
No, I
The
bought.
mics are still in your trunk.
Yeah, these are the new mics. I just
Ooh,
had.
new mics.
Yes,
The
Yeah.
new ones. How
But,
many mics
yeah.
do we have altogether? Jesus.
we have 4 now. As soon as I'm able to get into my trunk.
What a bounty of mics.
Yeah.
We got plenty of mics.
I can't believe you have 2 mics in the trunk, trapped,
Without air.
without food.
It's alright.
That's just terrible. It's
That's,
like leaving a dog in the car. It's just, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Oh, great. In any case.
I have no answers.
You have no heart.
I heard something great the other day on your Mom's House podcast that Annie was saying that dogs are just slaves.
I heard that yesterday.
I'm not a slave owner.
Oh, man, yeah, see, same here.
And
same
cats
here.
can't be owned because
You can't turn them into anything. They're just cats. Like, they're not your friends.
yeah, that is a dog is your friend that you what did he say? It was fucking
He's like, he said that
it's the only friend that you pay for and
you can get rid of at any moment if you're tired of them. Have them
Oh
killed.
man, that's a slave.
And you beat them if you don't like what they did. You can keep them outside. Christina's father
that's-
just kept it outside all the time.
Yeah,
Would
that-
howl
that-
and bark because it was
yeah,
cold, and
yeah.
be like, "No, don't glue outside."
Yeah.
And yeah, people do this.
That's they're called chattel. Your
Yeah.
living property,
Yeah, basically.
which is what slaves do.
Yeah, they're your property, and that's it. So like
Cat's a cat. Dog's a cat.
Cap?
cap.
Oh lord.
Did you pause it?
well, yeah.
Cool.
We can shoot the shit while Bill's gone.
I'm trying to think of where is the best place to.
End it.
Yeah, also that, because I can't wait to get the hell out of this planet. I just want to see what's on the other side. It might just be dirt, but how's that any better than what we're doing now?
I mean, there's
where's the best place to get like a real good burger? That's sort of mainstream. You know, so like
Well-
between McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Cane's, I don't know, Five Guys, da da da. Who's the best? Who does it the best?
in our state.
Anywhere, I guess. But yeah, let's start with Florida.
I don't.
Shake Shack?
Shake Shack's good. Mainly because they have those like amazing milkshakes, but that's not the burger.
I've never had a burger from there, so I'm not sure. But I keep hearing that be like, oh, this is.
It all depends, man. Like I've had really good burgers at sit down restaurants. Like
I think that's what you got to do now. I
Yeah.
can't imagine myself eating McDonald's ever again.
no, that shit is trash.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't fucking go to drive-throughs at all.
Would it be trash people? No.
Yes. People with 4-year-old daughters. Oh, hey, Bill.
What a strange thing to say. I don't go to drive-thrus.
Yeah.
It's
I-
not convenience.
Well, we have Uber Eats now.
Yeah.
It's worth the.
I cook.
that's
He cooks.
Yeah, that's the. Other
Dude, all these people who are like, save the environment, and then they Uber eat every day. And it's like, cool.
yeah, good, great.
Yeah, like, you'd have to literally stop charging your phone if you really care, and no one's willing to do that.
These are the same people that will like, I don't know, will tweet about capitalism from their phones. You kind of like, you do realize where that phone comes from, right?
Yeah, slave labor.
You do realize the battery, save the planet, da 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 da, and fuck capitalism, and they drive around and
Yeah.
listen to their Bluetooth and
Yeah, buy their $8 shirts.
yeah, you know, they're in their hybrid vehicle. And I mean, did you see that video of how they mine the cobalt?
Yes.
Yo,
That shit is.
And the lithium,
Jesus.
and everything.
Yeah,
Dude,
It's like, damn.
the lithium flats in Chile? Like, that shit just looks toxic as fuck.
Because it is.
Shot in Africa. I was like, look at all these people, dude.
Right, and that's all Musk. Because he took all the lithium for the car batteries.
Like, I mean, look at this shit. And nobody's really talking about it.
I know.
Not really.
It's because, and I tell my students, it's like, we all know some child chained to a fucking table made our shirt and our phone, and we compartmentalize it.
And my shirt phone.
And my shirt phone, and we put it back in the back of our heads. And if you can compartmentalize that, you ain't got no problems.
Yeah.
Just throw it back there with the sweatshop kid and get on with your day.
It's kind of.
If you like, you can compartmentalize anything. You can compartmentalize that.
Even getting off the like I would love to like have you seen that Instagram profile like men with pot? And it's just a guy like he has a big pot and he just cooks and he's like out in the fields.
Not what I thought it was going to be about.
Yeah, not at all.
He just has all these knives and he has pots and like he cooks on.
Oh, and he has the real close-up views of the food.
Even if you wanted to be that guy, how is you recording? He's got to have a phone.
Right.
You still can't get off the grid.
Right.
So it's I don't know.
I watch a bunch of these survivalist things on TikTok of these guys who just build shelters in the woods, and they're like, some of these guys are pretty isolated, but they probably
Get your videos out.
they make their content like maybe 3 months out of the year, and they just hit uploads and sit back and relax and collect checks.
It kind of makes me want to build things.
I do want to build.
When
I do want to
see
build
somebody
things.
like an outside girl. I'm like, God damn.
Bro, if the zombie apocalypse happens, I hope I'd go first.
No,
Because I have zero skills.
I'm keeping you alive
Okay,
to
keep
preserve
alive.
our history and to repeat it.
Like,
The American way.
yeah, no, the human way.
Yeah, bro,
Humans are
don't do
always
that.
gonna fucking human.
Yeah.
I was telling my students today, like, go back 5,000 years, I guarantee fucking to you there were two Egyptians sitting on a rock talking about this new technology is gonna fuck up our kids. This new papyrus is gonna ruin the youth.
This abacus is gonna fuck us
Yes,
up.
exactly. And so humans are always going to be the same. We're always going to be selfish. We're always going to make ourselves the victim. We're always going to complain and be egotistical. We're always going to human.
Yeah.
Always.
Maybe we do need the robots. We need them to come.
That's what I've been saying.
Dude, Bill Burr is that big that like the robots are going to fuck us out of existence. As soon as like that AI bot is created that'll suck my dick and cook me food without complaining, like that's it. It's over for the human race.
That's
It's over. That's
over.
it. It's over.
I can die happy.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah. Have you heard the new? They're making new. I mean, this is old news, but they're making DigiDog, which is going to patrol the streets of New York. It's gonna
I
be
did
a
hear this.
not a weaponized yet,
Yeah.
but it has face recognition. It can, do all these.
I saw this Black Mirror episode. It didn't end well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, Black Mirror. You really want to get bummed out?
But it's
Social
all those
credit
first
score.
seasons, man, came true. China's doing that.
Yeah, they're doing it now.
Yeah, they've got the robot bees. They
Shut up, really?
Yeah, they've been had robot bees.
Yo, that episode
It's
was
wild.
crazy. Did you see the new season?
No.
Did you see the one that all our phones are listening to us, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
And
Whoop.
And
it jumped out of my hand when it knew I was talking about it. Yeah, it's okay. And then like AI is creating on Netflix a show about you every night.
yeah, oh yeah, I
And
did.
like because of the celebrities signing off their likeness and image, like a famous person plays you, like an AI created like Catherine Zeta-Jones in that episode plays the person. Yeah.
and
And
it's
it fucking
it goes meta, like people don't realize that they're not in the show,
Right.
and the show doesn't realize it's a show within a show.
oh, that's right. Yes, it does. Spoiler alert. Yeah, that shit.
If you haven't watched it, go fuck yourself.
If anything like is gonna come true for this season, it's gonna be that.
Well,
Mine's gonna be very boring.
Well, that's the thing. They would like dramatize it, right?
Yeah, me watching Australian YouTuber.
silently, just this.
Like occasionally, I fucking go get a snack.
Yeah, like by Harrison Ford, scratching your ball.
And then I can be like, look, it's me, Harrison Ford.
Oh shit! It's Indiana Jones. Oh, it's Casey.
man,
Scratching
this is
his
gonna be
balls.
good. This is gonna be good. Yeah, I don't see where any of this is gonna go wrong. This is all fine.
Yeah, but people have been saying that forever.
It'll be fine. I
You've
mean,
been
don't worry
saying
about
that
that.
forever.
Social credit score. Listen, if you walk out of the house and you jaywalk, cameras will catch you.
Yeah.
They'll identify you with face recognition.
They'll
Yeah.
They'll
send.
send a letter to your house with a fine in it. And
With-
then if you don't pay, next time you step out of your house, you'll just get arrested. No
Yeah,
questions
Bro,
asked.
have you lived in Miami?
by criminal birds.
It's a fucking bird.
There are no rules here.
No, this is the wild, wild west.
Like that would never. That's not gonna happen.
I
Because
got to-
no one's gonna pay for that. That's why.
Also,
Period. That's always what it comes down
Surveillance in Miami is wild.
there's not going to be enough privatized prisons to hold all of the people that it needs
We'll
to.
figure it out. We'll figure
The
it
companies will.
All right.
out. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bring back.
They'll ship you off to some middle America state with a lot of hot, dusty land.
I'm going to be.
We'll figure it out.
I'm going to be right next to the kid who built my phone shirt.
Yeah. Chained to a radiator, making phone
my
shirts all
God.
day.
It's all good. I'm not saying I went to jail. I would never. And I'm not saying I'm a criminal. Even though my last name is
You
Speck.
literally said that. Though.
But, I will help you. When you go to jail, when we go to jail, inevitably for making this episode, I will help you. I know how to make grilled cheese on the radiator.
Oh,
Yes.
man. In my head, I had this whole Shawshank escape scene going on. You were Morgan Freeman, of course. And you
Why
were the
can't
guy-
I be Morgan Freeman? I got a guy.
You were Black Panther.
I got an Uncle Ray Ray.
Same guy, right? That was Morgan Freeman that played Black Panther, right?
Yes.
No, that's Maui.
Oh, Lord.
I think.
It's all good. We'll survive. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
Yeah,
Don't
it'll.
worry about it.
The good news is that no one knows what's going on or what they're doing.
Listen, as long as Americans can order their garlic knots and you can sit in front of a TV, everybody doesn't care.
Yeah, give me a
Nobody
screen,
cares.
my
Yep.
$8 shirt made by a slave kid.
Yep. Give me my phone. Give me food, which is all chemicals anyway.
Right.
Did you? Okay. This is
Soylent
wild.
Green is people.
Hooray!
You hear about? Okay, so everybody knows about the migrant issue in New York. There's like 40,000 people that have just descended on New York, and they're staying in these hotels.
Migrants
They're
from.
fleeing places that have been just decimated, right? Like whatever country it is. Think of a country.
People
where-
use that word incorrectly.
What?
Decimated?
Yeah, it's to remove by 1/10. I just that's
Demolished.
But a lot of population.
Has been
decimated.
removed. Okay,
Right.
whatever.
I'm just saying
I'm
for
always
the viewer. Stop saying
misusing
decimated
words.
incorrectly.
What's my favorite word to misuse?
Silly.
Yeah, that's
Casey.
one. But in any case, they're fleeing places that are
Kill,
just-
destroy, or remove a large percentage or part of.
What's the second one? Or-
Kill 1 in every 10
All right. So,
as a punishment. Jesus.
so America has gone around all over the world, and just
You're both right.
All right, there you go.
Sweet.
High five. We're both right.
Yes.
We fucked over all these countries. These countries can no longer sort of have any.
We're talking
stability.
South America?
I mean, wherever you look.
Well, where are these 40,000 coming from?
So, a lot
Antarctica.
of them are from Africa.
They're reverse Inuit.
So a lot of them are from Africa, really. They have tons and tons of people coming in from Africa.
Really? To New York City?
You're saying I should move to New York?
I mean, a lot of them are from South America, but a lot of them are from Africa, right? They're in terrible, terrible state. They are complaining about the food. Now, I'm not saying that they're wrong to complain about
That they're
the
not
food.
getting any?
No, that the food that they are getting is plentiful, but it's shit.
Oh.
Even they're like, what the fuck do you guys eat here?
How much are they
terrible."
charging them?
Say again?
How much are they charging them?
Nothing. They get to stay for I think it's between 3 and 6 months.
Humans are always going to human. What's the thing we do the best?
Hey,
Complain. Yeah.
But
Wait,
I
it's
think
free
it's funny.
food and free lodging?
For 3
And
to
they're
6
complaining
months.
about the food?
Well,
That is
I-
the most human thing ever.
Of course, but I think it speaks more to just how shitty our food is as a.
Oh,
nation
I see what you're
worldwide.
saying. People are coming from places where they have real food and ingredients.
Right, and then they come here and they're like, "This is not pasta.
I got
This
you.
is not meat. What is this?"
Yeah.
Emma, she's old school Italian. When she eats here, she almost drops dead. She's like, "Yo, what the fuck is this Olive Garden? This is not Italian food.
I mean, it's not even food.
This is not what is
Barely
this?"
food.
She brought me like a real olive oil from Italy. Tastes nothing like the olive oil that we have here. Absolutely.
Bro, I want some of them breadsticks now. Like, let's just go there and eat breadsticks and then leave.
I mean, hey, as long as Americans can get their breadsticks and have the tour of Italy that tastes everything like chemicals and nothing like Italy, we'll be fine. It'll be just fine.
Fuck, now I'm hungry.
I know, right? Shit, I've been hungry since I got in.
All right, well, let's end the show.
Well, fuck your couch.
Thank you for watching Fuck Your Couch.
Fuck your couch.
A subsidiary of Alligator Couch.
Production.
Yes. Whenever Bill's on, it's whenever Franklin's on.
Yeah, look at all the alligators we have. Everywhere.
The couch is
I
made.
thought it was reptile sofa.
Reptile sofa.
It's
Hold a second. Our alligators.
it's
We got our couch.
Python love seat. See who made that?
Man shark.
Yes. Show it to the camera.
Man shark. There he is. He fought the Flash. Who won?
He did.
That's fucking right. This is a famous DJ, right? Doctor. DJ Dr. Manshark.
I know him. Esquire.
Esquire.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, well, reptile sofa.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed.
Awesome. Thank you for tuning in, folks. YouTube.com, hopefully Rumble.com. We'll go ahead and get that link. We got to go and put it on Apple.
We got more things.
Google,
We've
Spotify.
been saying that for a long time.
No one's gonna do this.
We're good. We're good.
It's hard to do.
We just got to eat first. We're hungry.
Yeah. Olive Garden?
Olive Garden.
Alright.
All right.
Cheers, folks.
Later. Peace out to the Eskimo Nation.